Gonna need to mix up. And there it is.
Oh, he's faking.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Who is this guy?
Here we go. Let's meet the fighters. First up, give it up for Fujimura. Next up, Kichipa-mu. Next up, Yangmian. Please welcome Big Bird. Next up, Infexious. Please welcome Machabo. Next up, Bonchan. And last but not least, Idol. And on the house mic, we have Lee Chung, IFC Yipes, and Long Island Joe.
Yeah! Evolution, please make some noise. One time for your boys.
Mandalay Bay, where you at? Street Fighter 5!
All right, everybody. Welcome to Evolution 2019 Street Fighter 5 Top 8. I'm James Chen, joined by the ever so illustrious
Seth Killian is my name.
Yes.
I am incredibly privileged to be here. My heart is full of gratitude. It's an incredible room, an incredible field. It's been a big year of changes for fighting games, and I can't think of a better bracket to represent some of those changes than the one we're looking at here today.
I mean, honestly, for the past few years, I feel like the bracket has always been very Japan dominating. But this year we have 5 different nations representing in the top 8.
All over the world. True world warriors.
Exactly. And what better way to do it? Because fighting games are the universal language, right? So there you go.
Was that what it is?
Yeah, not whatever with that. I forgot. I even forgot what that language is called that they tried to create a long time ago. That's how successful it was.
Esperanto.
There you go. Thank you. But
Also,
we've got some awesome Street Fighter coming up here. So a lot of faces that we probably weren't even expecting to be here, right?
So this is what we call a real bracket buster. Anybody that was betting on this one at home to predict who was going to go, this has been an incredibly wild ride.
Yeah, nobody would have predicted a Zangief in top 8 from Kichipa-mu. I don't even think a lot of people even know who Yangmian is. In fact, he's so unknown that he's not even listed on that slide over there. It was listed as Fudo Johnny, but it's actually Yangmian from China.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about him when he comes up to play.
We've got 2 Zekus.
2 Zekus, right.
In the top 8. Unbelievable.
And you know, this whole time, everyone's been talking about Karen and Rashid and Akuma. We have 0 Akumas up here. We have 1 Karen in Bonchan.
Maybe, right?
Yeah,
we'll see
maybe.
what he pulls out, probably.
And then 1 Rashid in Big Bird.
Yeah.
And that's probably not the Rashid that a lot of people would have picked to make it.
We have Ibuki, no Akuma, Kami not represented, so.
Oh, damn, we're starting with oh my God. All right, so we're just going to get started right away with like the match right here.
This could break the crowd's heart right away. Bonchan arguably the favorite in this top 8 bracket. He's got the experience, he's got the history, he's coming fresh off of a hot #1 win at CEO, showing that he's got it all together. Exactly. And Idom, this is by far his breakout performance. Always understood to be a very strong player, explosive, representing New York City, a regional power, but has made it happen here with Laura, and now up against the #1 seed in this top 8 bracket.
Hashtag free Laura. She has been unleashed. There's no bans here at EVO. We are going straight into it, but Bonchan is going with the crowd favorite. He's going with the king.
The king.
It is going to be Sagat. So here we go. Let's go. Street Fighter V here at Evolution 2019.
Bonchan looking to create that space, wants to represent that he's okay. Oh, he's punished for the whiff. Hard knockdown, setup.
As much as we talked about Zangief being unexpected in top 8, Laura's right there as well.
A character that many have forgotten about, especially in Japan.
Yeah, and you can see already here, Idom has Bonchan in the corner.
Oh, he's got oh wow, he got hit.
Yeah, as soon as he gets hit, that fireball does disappear.
That is critical. Smart play by Bonchan.
Oh, what a block!
Baits it out, and that could be the round.
Oh, there it is, round #1 for Idom.
And what I love most about that, Idom playing his game. That's exactly the way he wanted to play it. Bonchan challenge. Let's see if he can make an adjustment here in round 2.
Idom, one of the nice things about him, he hasn't been able to travel as much. The only top 8 player here this year who is unsponsored, but he is such a strong player, one of the strongest from New York, has been for years now.
But this one's looking like using those plus range challenge.
Oh, nice neutral jump right there from Bonchan, reading the command throw, able to punish.
Oh, just out of range for the poke. He's gone one too many times to that option, and now is close to surrendering round 2.
All right, but Laura's got the V trigger activated.
Oh, no.
This is what she does. Oh, okay.
Steals it away, but not enough corner pressure yet. Oh, looking for that neutral jump again. Yeah.
Just out of range for that standing medium punch for Laura, which is an excellent anti-air, just did not reach this time.
Sagat's spacing has been very delicate. Goes overhead. Okay,
there it is. Yeah, that standing medium punch, like I said, great anti-air.
Sagat pushing her back out to that range. Oh, misses the uppercut there.
No anti-air. Bonchan actually caught by surprise.
Oh, the pressure. Doesn't combo, gets with the overhead.
Wow, the challenge from Bonchan just goes for it.
But he is in big trouble here, James. Could be game 1 to Idom. He's got one more chance. Next sequence, and there's the EX. Good block.
Yeah, but but the fireball was there to protect him. Not quite enough to kill yet, but so close the media is going to take it. Game #1, Idom.
And I gotta say, Bonchan, yes, exactly. Doing a little bit of thinking. Had some success there in round 2, was able to avoid some of those pokes and get nice counter poke combos, but not able to hold that consistently. Idom showing the eye of the tiger here, and really was able to have his way with Bonchan that time.
I mean, one of the interesting things about that player intro, we were talking about it while it was happening, is seeing their composure, seeing their faces and everything.
Yes.
And Idom walked up there with some swagger, let me tell you. So
There's one thing New York City brings, it's that swagger.
Yeah,
and he walked right onto stage with that. We were impressed, because we'll hit this point multiple times, but for many of these players, it's the first time on this stage. You think you know what it's like. You hear the bass booming. You look out at the crowd, and you get a little weak in the knees. Yeah, it could be a really challenging experience. Let's see. Bonchan maybe back to that select screen. Let's see if he's going to pull out a Karen here.
Yeah, I would imagine so at this point in time, because that Sagat didn't seem to go so well.
And certainly not consistently. He found his hits. He was able to take that round in a strong fashion, but not able to hold that position.
Yeah, but you can see it here. Look at that expression on Idom's face. Just like, not even breaking. But it is going to be Karen Kanzuki.
Oh, the counter poke.
Now, here's the thing. Idom does have a lot of experience fighting against Punk, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Problem X beat Punk earlier in the week and then lost immediately to Phenom. So, you know, all these Karens, very different style. But look at this. Oh, the trade combo.
These guys are swinging.
Yeah, he knows that trade set up right there. Oh my God, trying to bait Idom into throwing, but nothing. Here we go.
Is that going to be it?
No, that didn't combo.
Drops.
But the regular throw is going to take it for Idom.
And he has not given Bonchan an ounce of space to think. He is constantly in the mix. He's constantly under pressure. And that is the way Laura does it.
And yeah, and a lot of times in fighting games, the best players are the ones that are always familiar with every situation. They're not caught off guard. But the way Idom is playing is that he is so rushed down that even a player of Bonchan's caliber might get confused.
And just his rhythm is a little bit funky. Lands right on there. Nice side switch. Gets him with the grab. begins. Bonchan backs up. Nice counter.
Beautiful sweep from Bonchan, but he's getting tossed again.
That elbow has been the story of this match so far.
Yeah.
Bonchan not being able to find an answer to it with any of his characters.
Oh, he's got the V-trigger activated here. Walks up and gets the throw.
Bold. And again, challenges
he's gonna
the dash
critical
out.
it. Yes, there we go. He's gonna take the round. Is this going to kill?
Boom.
Yes. It always kills with Laura.
Yeah.
It always kills.
Scaling doesn't apply when you're such an elite.
All right. Oh, counter hit. Yeah, but too far away to get anything more than the standing medium kick.
Now Bonchan seems to have adjusted to the meta.
Up to the corner. A nice jump out of the corner, but he's not going to get away unscathed. The stun.
He's going to really need to pick some pockets with Laura. She's certainly capable of it, but he's running out of options.
Yeah, this is going to be it. Oh, no activation just yet. And the so Bonchan knew he was going to try to do towards heavy punch
To
into
use it to the V-trigger, yes.
Yeah. So he backdashed to get him to whip and had the whip punish. Beautiful anticipation and spacing.
An awareness and knowing that was his best option to try and build that big damage back quickly, not giving him the easy activation.
All right, here we go. It's 1-1 now between these two players. Of course, remember, a lot of people were talking about Punk this year as the player who might be able to try to bring one to the U.S. Right now, it is all on the shoulders of Idom.
Bonchan seems to have adjusted himself. He's playing just right, but gets challenged by buttons.
Yep,
and now the side switch.
Yep. And the meaty, actually.
Oh, and a side switch again.
Another
And the
meaty.
dizzy. This is what Laura does.
Oh,
he
just
dropped.
in case he drops the combo and Bonchan had the right read. A little bit of nerves maybe from Idom.
And Bonchan under pressure, using that experience here to weather the storm, battle back, on the verge of taking that critical Game 3 after evening it up 1-1.
As we mentioned earlier, Bonchan is on a 2 premier streak right now.
Yes, he's playing the best Street Fighter he's played arguably in his entire Street Fighter V career.
Here we go.
Cool.
Gets the command throw in there.
Reset.
Tries to dash in, but that's not real. Bonchan had the scouted that out.
Finding success again, walks up and throws. Good anti-air.
There's that great anti, but a backdash to bait out the command throw and the punish all the way into the corner.
Huge chunk of damage.
Oh, he just got
caught
hit.
with obvious
That's
cross up.
probably going to be
That
it.
could- Hard knockdown.
Oh,
Will he
no,
do it? No. The
He
scaling,
couldn't
not
build
enough.
up, and he couldn't build up the meter. I was looking
Exactly.
at the critical art meter, but he couldn't get
Oh.
the super.
Another brilliant half frame weight, and Bonchan steals it away. Again, the composure.
The raw anti-air EX Tenko just caught him out. Oh, and there was the head tilt, the fighting game head tilt. Everybody does it.
Yep. Sort of shake it off.
Yeah.
Like a fly in your face. Like, off.
All right. Now it looks like
Breathing.
the nerves are kicking in just a
Could
little
be
bit.
the case.
Bonchan, of course, super familiar with this kind of stage.
We've seen some drops. Let's see if he can just get back and play his game. Met with wake-up buttons.
Okay, yep, there was that attempt for the frame trap. Wow, in his face! Just throws that thunderclap. No fear.
Said you won't counter from here. You only know the sweep counter. Oh, but again, that walk-up throw being such an effective threat.
You can see Bonchan doing a great job with the forward movement, finding the spaces to walk forward, to dash forward. One of the hardest things to do in footsies and fighting games is to move forward.
Oh, brilliant. Standing fierce counter poke to close it out. So confident.
Bonchan is now at match point.
Will it be a dagger in the heart of the U.S. crowd here?
Now, Idom's got to figure something out, but that ever since he switched to Karen, it has just been all Bonchan.
That's exactly right.
Oh, again, the beautiful whip punish.
His positioning this game. Not able to find it with Sagat, but with Karen, it's been near perfect.
Yeah, Idom has to be careful, swinging a little bit too much, but
And we haven't seen any one of these really incredible sequences. Backdash in the corner, success. Misses the anti-air, but challenges.
that's the counter hit. All right, set up, the mix up. Oh, too far away for the throw.
Now thinking.
Okay, I love it. Now instead of hitting buttons, you see Bonchan's trying to whip punish, so instead, Idom's trying to move forward, but no critical art. He didn't spend it yet. There it is.
No.
He's going to be able to do it with the 2 meters, and Idom is going to go down, and Bonchan advances to winners finals.
Idom not out of it. Still in his winner bracket action. He's going to be sent down to the losers bracket, but wow. After a great first game, answered the Sagat, and then switched to the Karen, and it was all Bonchan from that point out. super subtle spacing. It's so difficult to maintain the spacing in this game and hold that neutral. It's an explosive game, especially with a character like Laura. Bonchan showing the mark of a master there, able to make the tiny little adjustments just to be right outside of where Laura wanted to initiate. Crouching Pierce, everything else.
And it just really shut down what Idom wanted to do, because it felt like every time he hit a button, he just ate this big chunk of damage. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people do consider Karen as one of the strongest characters. Has the ability to do that damage with meter, not necessarily a V-trigger cancel.
Yeah, it doesn't need the V-trigger. The meter is always present. She often will have the super queued up. As you know, it doesn't scale very much. You've learned through hard experience. But let's see who we have queued up next on this bracket.
So again, that was on the winner's side. You see Bonchan over there. Bonchan in winners finals right now. But Machabo and Infexious from the UK are going to be coming up next. But on the loser side, there we go. We've got Big Bird and Yangmian, as well as Kichipa-mu versus Fujimura.
Yes, Big Bird representing the United Arab Emirates.
Yes.
Hailing from Abu Dhabi, the place I knew only as where Garfield, the curmudgeonly cat, would try and package Odie off. But here, represented by an incredible champion, making a great run.
I was not expecting a Garfield reference here in top 8, but you know
you
what?
never expect the Garfield reference.
You know what? All of us do hate Mondays after EVO, right? So there you go. Oh, man.
It's been Infectious as well. Has been another incredible story. Picked up by Daigo's team.
Cygames.
Cygames Beast. Yeah, as part of that team. And I think he has some of the marks. I don't know if it was Daigo's personal choice, but really some of the marks that I love to see out of play. He's very patient play. He uses a little bit of control with his Zeku to sort of set up opportunities, make people just a little bit cautious and then take the opportunity. Plays a nice tight control game.
And you know, he's got maybe a little bit of weight on his back right now after all the current reigning champion who has been eliminated already.
Problem X.
Problem X.
Yes.
From the UK as well. So
if we could get back-to-back UK champions, wow, what a legacy.
Yeah, exactly. But I've been saying this for the past couple of months. If fighting game players were the stock market, Machabo is the one to invest in.
He is a solid blue chip stock. He's delivering all the time, consistent returns. He's got the experience on the big stage. And again, Infectious. This is the match of his life so far. This is the run for him. And he's done very consistent in top 8s. Always getting there, not quite clearing that next level.
Right.
Here's the next challenge. On the
Machabo,
EVO 2019 main stage.
First place at BAM, but that was just a ranking event.
It was. As we said, it's filled with a lot of strong Japanese and South Asian players, but still.
Exactly.
This is his biggest run.
And this is not even an unusual stage for him. He's a Guilty Gear champion. He's one of the strongest Guilty Gear players in the world. In fact, even nerfing himself at one point, switching from Soul to Kai because people wouldn't play him. So he was like, all right, I'll play next.
Sort of the Oro move. Tie one hand behind your back.
Exactly. And then he was beating everybody with Kai anyway, so it didn't even matter.
But Nikali, he's a loyalist up against Zeku, master of the Bushin arts. And for those unfamiliar with this character, he's a stance switch character, able to use a strange ninja art to actually transform himself to a young man. Familiar to me, Street Fighter fills me with the young man energy. And so I got to be pulling for the young man here, Infectious. But let's see what he's got.
You got to teach me that trick, okay?
And this is a really interesting matchup because both of these characters can kind of harass from the mid-range, both with that Gram or the ground pound from Nikali.
Now, what's going to be interesting, though, is to see what Infectious goes with. He's stuck with old Zeku. Old Zeku, you can tell by the gray hair here, he's more of a zoning kind of character. And there we go, young Zeku, but immediately back to old. Young, of course, is the more
very nice answer with the uppercut there. It's very confusing during that side switch flip.
Yeah, I'm not going to let him get away with that Bushin flip at all.
And dunks him.
Yep, there we
now
go.
For his life, wakes up with the jab. The Gram plus.
Nice. There we go, switching. No, that didn't combo.
Connect.
Interesting. Maybe just like a late cancel.
Oh,
like
a slide. He called it out, but not able to punish.
All right, uses the V-trigger right away. So it's all gone now.
Oh, a defensive swipe there. Knew it was all he needed to close it out.
Yeah, when Zeku uses the V-trigger, the very initial part of it has a little bit of invincibility.
Yes.
So he walked up to Machabo, activated, hoping Machabo would hit a button, but Machabo with the patience to just block it out.
And just endless fighting game experience. Touched him with a crush, double roundhouse knockdown. Battles back out of the corner. Shut it down.
Machabo right now taking him to the corner again. And you've probably noticed the trend here, but going into the corner, being stuck in the corner is a bad situation, but whip on the stump. So here we go, Infectious, gonna get some damage and now gonna go with the Young. He's got the V-trigger all ready to go right now.
Playing with a lot of respect here.
Nice anti-air. Oh, but
Again, challenged.
yeah, and Machabo with the delayed counter poke.
Infectious is holding his ground here, but really hasn't generated much of a threat or been able to consistently stand the offense. It's been mostly Machabo calling the tune.
Oh,
That
and
is gonna
just
be
the
it.
confirm from Machabo. Infectious trying to walk into range and get something going, but Machabo just meeting up with him first. All right. And again, Machabo, he just finished also, we talked about Bonchan winning 2 first places in a row. Well, Machabo has had 3 third places in a row in 3 premieres.
So if you like stack those up and
yeah, maybe, you know.
but an extremely strong player, right? Who's capable of knocking out anybody. Again, showing a little bit of familiarity. I've been impressed with his familiarity with the Zeku matchup. I'm sure he was doing some studying last night.
Absolutely. Probably try to find some of the Zeku players and playing all night.
Infectious hasn't really tried to play much of the range game, and that's a credit in part to Machabo. Oh, nice side switch.
Yeah, there we go. The cross up on the Bushin flip. Very ambiguous. He can stay in the front with the kick or go behind with the elbow.
Shut down the option, and this one. Here's the Infectious that we wanted to see.
Close to stun.
One away from Dizzy. Machabo wants to just wait this out. That standing short, so important from Zeku. 4 active frames.
Oh, here we go. Infectious now. It's back to the wall.
Oh, I love
but
it.
then just gets the throw after the V reversal.
Machabo, he smelled that slight amount of passivity from him. He knew he didn't have any life to give, opening the opportunity for a throw, closing it out. Infectious back on the board here in this critical game 2. Cannot go down 2 games in a row, but just takes one on the nose. Old Zeku's anti-air a little bit suspect, better than young Zeku's, but still.
All right, wake up with the light punches. Gets the confirm into the Hien. Oh, here we go.
This has been the
The
story of the
Graham,
game.
I should say.
Yes.
Nice punish. Command throws, a lot of whiff punish on that. A lot of delay on a whiff command throw. Here we go. He's got him in the corner. He still has the V trigger. He tries to use it for the pressure.
Answered back.
Yeah. And now,
Next table kill.
so far away.
He doesn't use the meter.
Well, he's got extra meter there. And
He
it's
doesn't
not enough
use
to
the
kill.
meter.
Oh my God.
He did it. Okay.
He went for the overhead, but he woke up with the standing medium punch, punched him out of the air. Infectious with game number 2.
Look at those eyes. He's not even. I was like, please blink.
And
You're drawing me out.
I mean, to be honest with you, during the player intros, I noted that he seemed to be the most nervous or the most caught up in the moment. He had that exhale while he was walking up.
He seems to have found himself here in game 2. See if he can get his footing or if he's given Machabo a chance to connect. I like the use of that. It is difficult to anti-air. You have to really wait to get that cross-cut DP. And there's Zeku's own suspect anti-air.
But it works out in that scenario, especially
It's angle dependent, a little slow, but it does work.
Yeah, and Nikali has exceptional jump attacks, but able to stop it with that anti-air. Oh, nice. The option select, essentially. Going for the throw and then immediately uppercut.
Jab out of range, gets hit on wake up. One way from Dizzy here.
Trade, but that's a knockdown on Infectious. He's still close to stun, very dangerous, but he should be okay now.
No anti-air. He knew the angle might be just a little bit off.
Infectious trying to find his way in, zoning with that standing heavy kick a little.
Oh,
Gets him with
opportunity.
does not take advantage of it a lot, but he is out of the corner, but here we go. Oh, the meaties from Machabo, and he's going to confirm it.
One tiny pixel away from Super, representing that potential wake-up critical art threat. Doesn't come.
All right. And
Now
of course,
we
this
get to the
is
fierce
the
pokes.
all-important game number 3. Who's going to go up 2-1?
And when he's been able to set up this zoning pressure with the Graham, it's been super successful for him. Oh!
All right. And then he dashes in there, finds the moment to get in there. So you can't just focus only on the defensive play. You got to find the moments to go on offense as well.
But Machabo now in the corner, still representing that cross-cut.
And
Been able to
maybe
do it.
that was a little too aggressive.
Filthy
He put
side
himself in
switch.
the corner, and look at this, close to stun, but he's out. He's out, and he's okay. Not going to be stunned. He's got his own V-trigger ready to go.
Critical heart. Next hit could kill. Next confirmable hit for both players.
Oh, the crush!
Machabo finds
and
it.
the confirm into the critical heart on the raw crush counter. Machabo taking game number 3.
That's a tough one. Infectious now behind the 8 ball.
Nikali wins.
Not moving a muscle. They call him the robot. I've heard some of the UK cats call him the robot. And you can see why right there. Just absolutely no movement.
He's getting all the pixels. Blinking is for suckers. Oh, look at that adjustment. Face it out. Says you got those queued up. Check this out. Perfect spacing there.
And there you go. The wake up buttons again. Those.
Tiny damage though.
Yeah. A lot of scaling on those light punches. Oh, not this time. Not this time.
Switches to the medium uppercut. Graham doesn't combo. Wants that distance.
Wow,
and
look
Machabo
at
just
Machabo
walking back in.
And like I said, one of the hardest things to do. But, you know, Infexious was going to just take that, but unfortunately got back thrown.
And I
here
love
we
this.
Go.
Infexious has been waking up with buttons so consistently. Now Machabo with the read. 3 throws in a row, but the activation.
Here we go. Is he going to go for a critical art? No.
Now
not
or never.
Yet.
He knew it wouldn't have killed from that
Too
spot.
far.
Decides to hold it for a killing blow. But can he find the opportunity? Machabo slowing it down, walking back.
Just walking at him.
A lot of confidence here.
Yeah,
Notice
just
he
pokes
doesn't
out
need
with
much.
that standing heavy punch. If it connects, he can confirm it into a second one. Into the critical art.
Just wants to turn that temperature down.
Oh
Cool
my
off
God.
Infectious.
Ah!
I know. Oh, the opportunity. There it is.
Critical art,
The
just
super
like
confirm.
There it is right there. This double standing heavy punch into critical art, and he's going to take it with just a slight miscalculation on the ground pound from Machabo.
I find that incredible. The pressure that these players are under, staring each other down. Machabo held it down with no attack for so long, just walking around. Infectious weathered the mental storm that created, stood the test, found the fierce confirm into the super.
Yeah, and you know, for those of you not familiar with fighting games, when you see two players walking right in the range of each other, not hitting buttons.
So irresistible to hit that attack, but both terrified. But here comes Machabo with what an answer.
Here he goes, the sun here. Big damage into the reset. No, he goes for the uppercut instead.
He's
For the
still
damage.
got the corner, wants to hold it. Oh, and there it is. That slight pause, the little delay on the uppercut there from Zeku, combined with the down fierce Nikali, able to hit just 1 frame earlier. You're a tiny bit slow and not expecting it, hadn't represented that jump option, gets paid out.
Machabo is at match point now. He's up 2-1.
And playing the game he wants to play, doesn't let him jump out, try to just get away. And
Okay,
there again,
uses the
challenges, will throw him back into the corner. That's the same sequence he did before.
Yep. And he went for multiple throws after that last time. He went for the crouching medium kick to catch him, but Infectious staying very patient and blocking.
Infectious not able to find the space he needs yet to operate.
But he's got that V-trigger ready to go again. You can't get out of there.
Cannot escape the corner here. Oh, there it is.
Oh
The
my
cross
God,
counter.
the last second.
Oh, the
Here we
fierce,
go.
the juggles.
Big damage. And now he's got the V-trigger as well.
Good
If
break.
he can hit him one time.
Oh, he finds
just
it.
chases him down, but it's a
What's
sweep.
it going to be? Uppercut? No, he throws him out of it.
No.
I saw a flash. Did you see the flash?
I missed it. I missed it. Maybe he woke up with a command throw. Maybe was expecting him to.
Oh, that would have been a next level read.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been an uppercut because that should have worked.
Exactly. But look
Look
at
at
this.
Infectious, the same thing.
tying it up 2-2. Look at the excitement and pop off on Infectious's face. I can't even imagine containing that emotion like that.
And again, when he can find a little bit of space to operate and keep Nikali out of there, he's been so successful. Now with the corner pressure, he's a different man. Young Zeku getting it done. Back to ult.
Right,
Just jump in
for the
raw.
damage. Here we go.
Where is Machabo this round? All Infectious. All right, activation.
Oh, the dash up, and he won the meet up in the middle. Here we go. Machabo now with the momentum. Close to stun for Machabo, but a beautiful
like the
reaction with the uppercut.
Just wants to cool him down with the spacing.
Oh,
Oh, he got it. He got it.
Now we have Infectious at match point. The UK trying to make this back-to-back here at Evolution 2019 and 2018.
Threatening to go into winners finals. A guy that nobody saw coming, representing a character that did not have the rep. Oh, wow. And Machabo doesn't go for the uppercut, not fooled. Both playing a little conservatively here. Again, wake up buttons.
Oh, he's going to get to the other side and get the combo off of that.
Lovely hit stun. Not huge damage, though, but is building that critical art. And
Oh,
Machabo
little-
already has. Oh, mispunish.
Oh, just do it.
Spicy.
He hasn't done that all
Exactly.
day.
He earned it and just jumps away. Smart play. Wants to shut it down.
Of course, when Nikali activates his V-trigger, he's permanently in powered up mode for the rest of the round.
That great foot speed finds the throw again. Oh, answers
another
again.
one. Uh-oh, big hit. He's going to go for the critical art.
It won't kill.
This isn't going to kill.
Gonna be rough.
But you get the
his
mix-up
final hit.
afterwards. You get so much frame advantage.
Overhead, won't kill. Wow,
Oh, he
again!
did it again!
Everyone is hitting.
No fear!
This is the thing that Daigo is seeing, and this guy, he finds the throw.
fourth
Infexious
throw.
moving on. The UK, what a legacy.
And still no does he know he won? Does he know he won?
He
He
did.
does. There
There's
it is.
a tiny, look, it's a tiny smile. That's the pop-up. You can see the right edge of his mouth going up 2 millimeters.
That energy from him. So infectious. We cannot help but just go nuts over here too.
As his meteoric climb, those are cool jackets, by
Yeah,
the way.
I
Shout
know,
out
right?
to Team Beast. You gotta have a cool jacket. That's better than the sort of like spandex, esports world. I'd like to see an esports cardigan personally, but we'll get to those later. Yeah.
Eventually. I mean, we have some EVO socks over here already, so we're moving in that direction.
Oh, Infectious. Wow. Incredible match. And what a turnaround, too. Machabo was really having his way with him at the beginning of the match, and Infectious able to keep that composure, find it way back, and then going crazy that last game with EX uppercuts over and over again, landing all of them.
Yeah, and again, this is just showing the power that UK has right now of its players. Look, obviously Daigo's team saw something in there, and they sponsored him.
He's got the eye.
He hasn't had a chance to travel as much, and look at this. Get sponsored, travel.
On the biggest stage in the world.
Yeah, you're in Winners Finals. Let's
Winners
go. Let's
Finals,
go.
Evolution 2019.
Man.
Let's go.
And now, unfortunately, this is where the people start getting cut. This is where people start going home. We're moving to the losers bracket.
There's a certain, obviously winners bracket, super critical, but there's a certain edge that comes in here in the losers brackets where real desperation and hungry. And the other thing that a lot of these players are going to be facing, it's their first time into EVO top 8 for many of them in each bracket. And that feeling, you know, we watched a match earlier here in the auditorium of LA Joe making top 8.
That's right.
That feeling when you make top 8 is sometimes like, yeah, I did it, I overcame it. Well, welcome to the next level. Now there's a whole new challenge. If you relax, if you let your guard down after achieving something incredible that you never thought you'd be able to do, you sometimes lose the energy needed to push through here in the top 8. So that will be an additional challenge for the first time top 8 placers.
And, you know, you mentioned that L.I. Joe match, and, you know, a lot of people were worried about that, but he came out and won his first match as well and was able to finish in 5th place. So it was such an amazing run, and let's see if we can get something like that going again this year.
We have underdogs galore, and so it'll be exciting no matter what happens, but it really is. I mean, this is a point that gets made often, but stepping onto the stage, my own EVO top 8 performance, which was a much smaller stage with like a single spotlight. And I was so proud to have made that top 8, and I got up there, my knees were knocking, and I played like garbage.
People always ask, you know, when you play in a tournament like this, how do top players get over the nerves? The answer is you don't.
Yes, you never do. It doesn't wear off. You just have to power through.
Yeah, and one of the things I really want to mention here about Big Bird, about Angry Bird, who, you know, you saw him rush up to the stage and give Big Bird a hug as soon as he made the top 8. Shout outs to that scene, the UAE scene, and shout outs to their sponsor, Nasser, as well, who was able to give those players the opportunity to travel the world and start showing what they're capable of.
And that's what's so awesome about EVO, is it's not just an event, it's, hey, you have skills, let's provide a stage.
Yes.
Let's give you something to aim at, and you find these players will rise up and come together and really push themselves to new levels than you'd never see before, especially when you have an isolated community where it's harder to find other competitors locally.
You said it long time ago on the Dogface show. Shout outs to Victor Ratliff, the Dogface. You said if you build it, they will come. You don't craft EVO moments, you just set the stage and they happen.
This is the joke I think I was making yesterday, where EVO to me is sort of like, it's like a neighborhood barbecue, where it's like, oh, it's just this Tom and Tony throw a barbecue every summer.
Right.
Yeah, and it's, if you know about it, you can come on by. Nobody gets invited, you can just come on by.
Right.
And that's been happening now for 20 years. And so people show up to the barbecue, new cool people just show up, and 20 years of people just showing up to the barbecue, and now we have this just incredible scene from all around the world. It's an incredible collection of people, and the chance to be on the stage is what a lot of them have in mind.
So we have the Evolution BBQ series. If it was,
if I had my wish, there'd be cookouts and potlucks at every one of these things.
If it was named by Tom Cat, it would be the Evolution BQ series.
Yeah.
You know.
Or the BBBQ. BYOB. What's that extra beef
But
for?
you know what? Let's also talk about on the other side. Every year we always seem to have that one unexpected player in top 8. We have Yangmian, another Zeku player from China.
Again, a lot of incredible Chinese players.
Yes.
But we don't get to see that kind of action very
Right.
often. It's
Yeah.
not often that they're able to travel and come out, and so having him here is a really special treat.
And in fact, last year at a premiere, he upset a lot of players, the China premiere. But we haven't seen him since then because he just hasn't had a chance to travel. But here he is, top 8 Evolution. I mean, that is a breakout tournament, let me tell you.
Up against Rashid. And Rashid is Big Bird.
Obviously.
Young man will be playing the Zeku in a new style, but he's in the corner. Rashid very comfortable here. Wow, happy to just jump back in. Wild stuff here so far from Young Man.
Yeah, let's see if he can actually get the nerves out of here because, I mean, I can't imagine, you know, he's been on a stage like this before.
He hasn't, but he's playing, frankly, pretty wild. Like, there's a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and Big Bird is taking
Shutting it
advantage
down.
of that wild
Yes.
play, and he is just blowing it up. Big Bird, of course, using Rashid. Rashid considered by many of the pro players the strongest character this season. Yet we only
I think
see
that's a
one
fair
here.
argument. Yeah. A lot of strong players.
But
It's
Big
just
Bird
such incredible movement from Rashid.
This
And
guy
corner carry. Once you
is-
can corner the opponent, you shut down their movement.
And here we go, all the way into the corner. Big Bird is definitely looking like the pro here right now, the one that we all know.
Wow, the perfect KO.
Oh boy.
That is a mental gut punch. Young man, oh, I was like, he left the stage. He's crouching for some water. Smart break. He gave him the soul blow, and he just knocked him entirely off the stage. He does still look like he's, okay, there's the head tilt, the classic.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know what that is. It must
You
be
know,
some sort of monkey thing, because we all do it, right?
Yeah,
like it's
everywhere.
like,
And also the spinning of the joystick,
yeah.
you know.
Just to burn off a little nervous energy without actually letting down your guard.
I like your nickname from him, by the way, the young man,
Yes.
basically. I mean, it's actually, the meta there is kind of strong because he's using Zeku.
There we go,
He can
it's
change
perfect,
to the
yeah.
young man over there. And actually, I just realized that Xiao Hai's name literally means the kid. So, you know, all the China players, the young man, the kid, whatever. It's, you know,
And he's playing a lot of young Zeku as well.
it's the Asian don't raisin thing, you know.
Okay. Oh, it gets clipped though, and wow, what a pickup. Good awareness there from Big Bird.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Big Bird puts
Ooh.
himself in the corner.
Cross under, and then the throw surprises. Activation? No, you will not be jumping out.
Yeah, that's plus. So after that heavy kick, he's still in charge. Nice
That's gonna
confirm.
do it.
Yes, into the full Bushido combo.
The Bushin
Young Mian
Arts.
taking his first. I almost called him Young Mian. Young Mian taking his first round.
Okay, tries to bait something out, but still finds it. So what recovery here after that perfect first
Yeah,
round?
here
He's
we
putting
go.
on a performance with the palm strike into the dizzy.
Gets the stun. Not going to be able to kill off this. Going to be able to do a lot
the
of
meters,
damage.
Styles.
What side? Oh, it doesn't matter. Big Bird says, you know what? I'm just out of here with my EX.
It was then, now or never. He says now.
Okay,
catches
empty
him
jump.
low.
Oh, sees that button, but he's using B trigger 1, so
Oh, powers through,
nice.
gets eaten by the tornado.
Yeah, he knew the tornado was going to eat that Graham.
Oh, nice weight. Bo's showing a lot of composure, looking for that counter hit.
Neutral jump, but not in time, so he's not going to be able to punish the slide. The counter
Boom.
from Young Mian, and China puts one on the board.
A lot of confidence there, and he played again the same game. Had it work that time.
太厉害，好棒啊！ That's,
What he said.
That's the best I'm going to do for all the China fans out there watching over there.
All right, well, what have you got for the United Arab Emirates?
Let's go, Big
Okay,
Bird.
yeah.
Putting me on the spot like
Hey,
that.
man.
Seth.
You want to dunk on me with the languages. It's counterplay, baby. All right, he's got him in the corner. Good. Yes. Yes. That classic Rashid pressure, not letting him out. But now side switch there. Good breaks. Double break.
Yeah, but look at that, out of the corner, and you talked about how Rashid has just screen space control. Able
Wow,
to switch
everything
sides.
hitting.
Close to stun,
Still not stunned. Wow.
but now death is the problem. Oh, never mind, the stun is still an issue. There we go.
What an explosive round. And you see this. You see the momentum here. This is a game where it's very difficult to maintain that neutral. A lot of rushdown, very strong characters with the rushdown. Gotta go in.
Saw one of the most powerful tools that Rashid has, that light spinning mixer, just controlling the space, and oh god, we are getting stuns all day. He's going for the optimal combo.
The good stuff. Oh, the reset.
The reset instead. Okay, back into the corner, not going anywhere. The back throw, and now Big Bird reasserting that dominance.
I don't know what. Yeah, like this is so back and forth.
Seesaw
super strong.
Right now.
Yeah,
seesaw.
Blow ups on both sides, and it's who can find that momentum, who can keep their rhythm going, and yeah, both of these very momentum heavy characters.
So if the pattern continues, that means Yangmian's just gonna dominate this one, right? So
according to this graph, yeah.
All right, let's see if Yangmian can readjust.
And he does. He loves the young Zeku. What a difference in style from Infexious.
That's right. That's right. We saw mostly old Zeku from him. And there, Yangmian wants to keep the Zeku train rolling here.
But he is in the corner and in trouble with no good reversals. The V reversal called out.
Remember, this is losers bracket, so whoever loses this does go home in 7th place. And Yangmian right now is in danger of that because Big Bird has all the momentum.
But Yangmian also will not be trained. He does not care.
Ooh, but the crush into the Eagle Spike is going to put Big Bird at match point.
The loser here going home. Yangmian fighting for his life.
Oh, nice. The jump
clean.
And now
so clean.
Yeah, he has all the counters on deck right now.
It's giving him a little space to see if he'll hang himself with that rope. Yangmian now showing a little bit of composure.
Oh, he baited him into the throw. Has the punish.
This could
so
be a
close.
Fight. Wakes up with
he's
a
still
button.
alive. He's still alive. Here we go.
This is the sequence he's been waiting for. Uses the cross up to catch corner position.
And we saw Infexious with that late with the EX uppercuts, but now he's spinning mixers back into the corner.
The low, he went low and low profile the jump.
The wake up EX again.
He's got the guts.
He's got
he spikes him with the long
with
range,
the
the tornado assist. Big Bird going forward. Yangmian, we hardly knew you, but shout outs to an incredible run from a completely unknown player to most fans at home.
And it's one of the hardest things, right? You make it to the top 8 on the stage, you play one match, you're sent home like that, and people are like, man, that's unfortunate, but I mean, to make it here, that's a 1,900 players to
I would
get
say there's
here.
about 2,000 people who are a lot more unfortunate than he is.
Exactly, and so, you know, you have to give props to that young man, to that young man.
Here's your prop.
Yeah, exactly.
Prop given. Yeah, he had an incredible run. We saw the excitement when he was able to qualify for top 8. He definitely played his game, I will say, but his game ran into Rashid, one of the strongest characters. That young Zeku style, similar to Rashid in some ways with the rushdown, but doesn't have the damage.
Yeah, and you know, one of the great things about that is we've always seen Xiao Hai, obviously from China. I brought him up earlier. He's no stranger to the big stage.
One of the finest players sort of globally.
Right, exactly. There's Da Ko, and then there was also Dark Jiwa, who I have so much respect for. But, you know, to see more of these players from China making it out here, making a name for themselves, is really exciting for
It's
me.
exciting. It's an unexplored, undiscovered country, shall we say, at least to much of the fighting game world. We've seen some of the best sneak out, but hopefully we'll see more of Yangmian in the future.
Yeah, the EVO is always a Star Trek, right? So for the undiscovered countries, right?
There we go.
Anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. We've got more amazing Street Fighter V action coming up. Don't go anywhere. Tune in for more EVO 2019.
mind of the turbulent wind. We are brave. Rashid wins. Remember the name well.
So interesting, you know, we had a chance to visit Dominican Republic, Mr. Ultra David and
I was genuinely jealous about that, James. That looked like a ton of fun.
And we actually had a chance to sit down at a dinner with Kaba himself, and this is a young man with so many dreams and aspirations, and you know, and I'm not even talking about fighting games. He was just talking about, you know, career-wise and all these things like that. But you know, he got signed up by Rise afterwards, and now look at him. He's on the top stage here at Evolution 2018.
And that's the second time Fujimura has been driven to try and uppercut a limb at distance, knowing he's not going to get full damage or a setup from it, just to try and limit this pressure.
That was that anti-air crouching light punch that just didn't work.
That's the danger of that call out. Totally.
He's got close enough.
He's got those.
Yes.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
A question of how close that was. Beautiful stuff from Kaba there. Great confirm and realization that that would get him the round. Very worth spending all that meter for that.
And now playing a little control game, switching it up.
Oh, he's still going for it, too.
He's not going to be put off his game.
Okay, nice confirm by Fujimura.
Great break to avoid getting pushed entirely into the corner and a neutral jump challenge. What?
Oh my God, another flash kick from Kaba. Oh, you know what?
Asked
He's going to go for it too.
It's getting to be like that, but Fujimura does not want to be playing that kind of game. Kaba is calling the tune here. Fujimura forced to react. Oh, again.
Oh, that landed as a cross-up.
Such a smart choice to not go early at the air.
Far. Oh my God. He just knew that's a sequence that he was very aware of.
This could be it. Could be it.
Not quite enough. Not quite enough. Fujimura's just going to block those. This time he was ready for it. This time he knew.
And again, the control. It's always Fujimura trying to counter, having to go for a YOLO uppercut.
And you get them all back at the start of the next round.
Good spend. Wow, a new option to handle some of this Fussi's pressure. And Kaba immediately going to the air, reacting to it, maybe a little overreaction. Oh, I love it. Had that charge just in time.
And again, that Sobat kick hitting high enough that it can catch those jumps on the way up. Oh no. That wasn't
going to the Sobat, the knee especially.
Okay, here we go, V-trigger activation, mix-up time. Fujimura just playing patient. He says, you know what, I'm just gonna make you use those all up. Nice, he's gonna get all the damage here. Look at this. Oh, what a tech.
So smart. Throw, of course, makes you invulnerable to the projectile.
Counter poking right there from Fujimura. That crouching medium punch has been the key to his footsies, but that Sobat from Kaba has been such a thorn in his...
Smart throw, yeah. It was the least likely option. What? Oh, the kunai juggled, knocked it out of the air, and Fujimura is bringing it back.
That was definitely not what Fujimura was expecting to happen in that situation.
No, that was nuts.
But it worked out for him. Sometimes things just go your way. Sometimes they do.
The gods of hype wanted this to go to a game 5.
Right.
It's going the distance. Fujimura has definitely found his footing. Will Kaba's story end here?
Cool Kid already going home in 7th place. We've already lost one competitor. Who's going to be the next one to go home?
That time, Fujimura not challenging the jump in for Kaba. Oh, gets the crush. And yes.
Oh, and he is the best at that range. Yeah, that is the little bit of a buff during the mid-season.
Oh, great counter poke into the confirm.
Oh,
dirty.
By canceling into the kunai.
Pulling down nearly 60% damage from.
Oh, got him with the throw bait. He's gonna send.
Oh, he had it. He's the wrong position.
And she still had the reach to be able to crush counter him.
A lot of meter, great challenge. He's got those charges.
Oh, and you know what? He's got his anti-air as well.
Here it's coming again.
Okay, he's gonna use that.
Oh, it's an air kunai.
He gets him with the Sienna. The jump over, it looks like he's gonna go over you, but then he throws out the kunai.
And that's a bet the farm move. If that had not worked, he was dead.
Yes, exactly. and you also have to hold a button to do that, so he had to prepare himself that whole entire time.
Fujimura was all in, way ahead of time, and now it is match point for his victory after Kaba's big 2-0.
No! He baits out the flash kick. Big damage here. Close to stun.
Oh, he got the
other
mix-up
side.
just like that. Kaba maybe exiting Evolution 2018 after his first match on the stage, but what an incredible performance. What incredible composure from Fujimura to be able to re-find his footing. Kaba, of course, disappointed, but I want to say to everybody in the Dominican Republic, all of his fans, you guys should be proud as hell of this guy. Incredible performance against incredible players. Anybody who wanted to say anything, I think really has a lot to answer.
Welcome back, everybody, to Street Fighter V Top 8 here at Evolution 2019. Thank you, everybody at home, for tuning in and joining as well.
My heart is full of gratitude for the journey I've been able to come on with the FGC, and I feel such privilege to have seen it grown over the years and be here today. So it's a room filled with love, and I'm happy to share it with everybody at home. Thanks for joining us on our journey. Let's take a look at where that journey is right now, if we've got a bracket.
We've gone through the first round already. Well, at least 3 matches in the first round. We already see that Bonchan, who's been on fire in winners finals, and then Infexious from the UK, trying to continue to assert that UK dominance, just signed by Cygames.
And it's really, I mean, Bonchan is the favorite right now in terms of tournament experience, in terms of hot streaks. This is the final challenge for Infexious.
Exactly.
He truly will have to beat the best to advance into Grand Finals.
Yeah, but we are going to find out who's going to be going up against IDOM and who is going home tied in 7th place with Yangmian. Is it going to be Kichipa-mu with the surprise Zangief? Zangief, a lot
the
of
character everyone likes to count out.
Yes.
He's that kind of guy. Like, you count him out, and then a Zangief will rise.
Yep.
Like,
but the problem is he is going up against a man who's just no stranger to these EVO top 8s. He's been here like every year, I feel like.
Yes, basically one of the most consistent men in the game, studies very carefully, is constantly pushing forward. I think he's been at the head of the Ibuki class for a long time, but continues to innovate, does not rest on his laurels one bit. Fujimura, again, one of the most bankable propositions, I think, in competitive Street Fighter V history. Playing for Team Fudo. James, tell us about Team Fudo.
Yeah, Team Fudo is the group that is run by Chocoblanca and Momochi.
Momochi himself an EVO champion.
Yes, and what they've done basically is promote esports in Japan as much as possible. Because even still in Japan, playing video games for young people is considered like, oh, you're not working hard.
Traditions run deep, understandable.
Exactly, and so they're trying to turn that around in Japan by running the Shinobism school and raising a lot of the young players over there. And Kichipa-mu himself is one of those young players, and you saw the pop-off yesterday after he beat Trashbox. I mean, it is going to take that kind of, disrespectful, play to be able to beat someone like Fujimura.
He's got the right outfit for it and the right attitude. I want to see what he can do here because he's up against the best, and frankly, on the character side, Ibuki is a pretty tough draw in terms of matchups. A lot of space control at angles that are difficult for Zangief to deal with.
And in fact, the way Kichipa-mu made it into this top 8, Trashbox had a 98% life lead, and Kichipa-mu took it back in that very last round. So
he's
never can count him out.
Parrying in his face.
Yeah, but it's a light SPD, so he gets no mix-up off of that. You only get the mix-up off of the heavy and the medium a little bit.
What I love about Kichipa-mu so far is how active he is in this match.
Oh,
and not
no
afraid to take those critical big chances, and here's the mix.
And EX gives you the mix. He goes for the fierce one, the heavy punch one, so he gets the mix again.
And again!
He goes for it again!
Kichipa-mu!
But like I said, this is the kind of disrespect that we need to see to be able to send Fujimura home.
Fighter right there. Ooh. He is in his head there again. And all right, what has he got? What has he got?
Gonna take you for a ride.
Oh, I wanted to see the air SPD. I wanted to see it, but still good stuff. And he's got a long way to go, and this is a terrible matchup for Zangief.
Yes.
Fujimura still wants to play in his face.
Not gonna let you get away with that command dash, but here we go. The cross up, the cross under, I should say.
Dizzy.
Gets the stun.
Very workmanlike round here.
But again,
Fujimura.
Okay, he got the meaty right there. I think Kichipa-mu tried to go for another disrespectful
You can do the
move.
math. The risk reward there was all in favor of Fujimura.
All right, so Fujimura right now taking round number 2. That button right there, standing medium punch, a thorn in so many players' side. It was buffed in this season and is really, really good.
Ooh, got the parry, but no punish.
Oh, he got the jump in.
Ooh,
Tried
call out
to
the jump, didn't come. Stand roundhouse is basically my guess.
Okay, here we go.
Activation.
V-trigger activation. He went for the level 1. That's
Challenge.
negative. Oh, he has infinite parries in V-trigger, so he was going to walk through as much as he could. He's got that critical art on deck. Oh, my God. Oh! He could still do a ton of damage with that critical art. Okay.
That's it all here. Just walks it back out.
You can die from armor now. He can't gray health forever in this season. It is not possible. Oh boy.
Here's the pressure. He's going to get the
Oh,
mix.
he gets the lariat,
But he knew that the correct counter, brilliant play for Fujimura, who knows these setups, That's a huge part of it.
Yeah.
You've heard me talk before about the OODA loop, observe, orient, decide, and act. He's so familiar with the game that as soon as he understands what's going on, he doesn't have to orient to that situation. He knows it, so he can set up these horrible situations where the correct counter is to lariat, but knows he will clip him out.
Exactly.
Super smart stuff from
You don't
Fujimura.
think that Fujimura was trying to get lariated there? He absolutely was. So beautiful stuff from Fujimura. Gets the command dash this time and is able to keep the pressure going.
And where is the active Kichipa-mu? Not just the one who's pile driving all the time, but just hitting a lot of buttons. Here we go. Oh, found the hole. Suspected the reset.
Okay, was able to leave the flex in time, but then got caught low.
Slide into it.
Kichipa-mu now trying to find a way to get in there for those SPDs, but the EX kunai from the air, the best dive kick in Street Fighter 5.
Yes. Get better combos from it too. It's pretty
Yep.
sick. Pretty sick.
Can do it almost like a Tiger Knee style, right off the ground.
So what worries me here for Kichipa-mu is I'm not seeing the same activity that he had before. Oh,
just
he's
flies out
all
of
over
there.
it. Fujimura 2 steps ahead there.
And yeah, now everything looks like it's under Fujimura's control. He's gonna get caught by a headbutt like that, but there are those hits that you take that just don't make you worried or make you nervous. There's no knockdown. Oh, well, there was the knockdown, but
Good break.
Yeah.
And I think I just want to see that crazy flavor, not only because I love it and deep, deep part of my heart, but also because I think that's what he needs. It's a bad matchup you're playing against one
here
of
we
the
go.
most familiar players.
wasn't a counter hit, so it wasn't gonna be able to
Didn't
combo
come in.
into the V trigger. Nice. Doing
Gonna
all
burn
the damage that he can. Gets
EX recovery, but and that dashes out of the grab at that point.
Kichipa-mu could have let it rock into the level 1 spin, but he went for the cheeky little reset right
Yes.
there.
But also predictable given his big life deficit, and frankly, like he hasn't. I think he showed a lot of his sort of where his Yomi meter was set in round 1. That was so explosive. Fujimura has clearly adapted and is way ahead of him in terms of the results, and I think that's why we're seeing the more passivity, the more passive play that was not there in the early initial rounds.
And again, I can't stress enough how young Kichipa-mu is. He is a young man, and being on the stage right now, and you're fighting against, I mean, Fujimura's not...
One of the scariest players.
Yeah, exactly.
Just good at everything. Great defense, incredible offense, knows the situations better than anybody.
You see the lack of fear, Zangief charging up that armored standing heavy punch. He just walked up and crouching medium kicked it.
And a brilliant counter there from Fujimura, who started jumping versus the Stamp Pierces.
Yep. And yeah, he's got to go into the level 1, so he's still got a level 2 on deck, so he can get the full combo into juggle, but can he even get a hit at all? No.
That's the first time he's gotten paid off that mix-up.
Yep. And there we go. That's meaty enough that he had the plus frames of Fujimura not scared at all. And this is probably going to take it right
with
here.
With the EX, doesn't even need it. Doesn't even need it.
And, you know, willing to spend all those kunai because he's going to come back into this round with a full deck. You see on the bottom of the screen right there, those 6 kunai.
I mean, the quality of decision-making and the risk Zangief needs to do similar damage to Ibuki is just so high. And the mobility option she has just makes this extremely difficult. I think he's got to find the willingness to go crazy again, or we know how this is going to end.
Yeah, and that's going to be a stun right there. That's probably going to do it. Fujimura should be able to take it, and there it is. He's going to send Kichipa-mu out of Evolution 2019. And it's so unfortunate, the 2 big underdogs that we saw, the underdog of the player in Yangmian and the underdog of the character in Zangief and player in Kichipa-mu, but you can see how much...
Yeah, a lot of emotion, and the crowd cheering, not for the loss, but for that emotion.
Oh man, Kichipa-mu knows. Everyone at home, give him a round of applause here, and for Yangmian as well.
Please, and the reason why the crowd is cheering for a loser who is on the edge of tears is because they know what it takes to be up there. They know that feeling in the heart, and seeing that represented, it's really what it's all about.
Don't make me think about it right now. Hey, yeah, we're having some great matches here at Evolution 2019.
It is, but I love the emotion.
Yeah.
We care because he cares. He is an amazing player. He had an amazing run. He was hoping for more. We all know that feeling in our hearts, and we respect those. If you come out on this dance floor and show us what you got, even if you take a terrible beating from Fujimura, we've been there. We respect it. Thank you for your service.
It's the you know, the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, man. It's just how it works.
Both delicious in their own ways.
But we're going to stay on the loser side. So for those of you unfamiliar with top 8 double elimination brackets, the 2 players on the winner side who lost now got sent to the losers bracket, and they're going to be playing the 2 players who won in the losers bracket.
That's
so
right.
One of them is going to go up against Fujimura, who we just saw won. And I believe the next one we're going to see, it's not going to be Idom, I think. I think we're going to see Machabo next, and he's going to be going
up against Idom.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Bonchan defeated Idom,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I believe that'll be the
They
matchup.
usually like swap sides. The double elimination brackets are complex beasts.
We'd love to see the bracket.
Yeah,
too.
so here we go. It is going to be Machabo and Big Bird.
Big Bird.
So Big Bird, who won his match against Yangmian.
And I think this will be a little bit more traditional because it's. I think they both know each other. They're both more known quantities. Certainly, Machabo will be familiar to Big Bird.
Yeah.
And obviously, Nakali are very well known, and Rashid, for his part, is also a very well understood character by anybody at the top ranks of competitive.
And this is what you'd like to see too, before the match. This is top 8, Evolution 2019. They're still looking at each other, laughing. These guys are enjoying their time.
There's a lot of emotions. If you're going to play this game well, you have to be playing from the heart.
Yes.
And you have to get rid of all the fear, everything that's standing between your heart and pure expression in the world. Laughter's part of that, nervousness part of that.
Yep.
Let it all out there. If you leave it all out on the field, you leave with a great feeling, and I think you give yourself the best chance at a victory.
All right. One of these players goes home in 5th place. Whose run will end here? Is it going to be Machabo, who is basically the hottest stock on the market right now, or is it going to be Big Bird continuing the incredible run from the UAE players?
Representing the entire Middle East and all the fighting game fans out there, of whom there are many.
So like I said, Angry Bird got top 8 at Capcom Cup last year. He was one of the
exactly, and I
surprise
remember,
players.
you remember the joy in that community that it really sparked, and
exactly.
the deep pride. I hope they're feeling something similar today. They can give that spirit bomb to put him over the top here against a really great opponent.
It's always awesome because it always feels like one of the birds are here. One of them is here.
Oh, big commitment there. He thought he could pull him out of the air into the eagle spike, but it didn't quite connect. A little early nerves.
And again, we've seen it already. So while Machabo, excels with Nakali, Rashid definitely, I feel like, dominates on the neutral because of the range, but Machabo.
I think so. I love that neutral jump from Machabo.
Yeah.
So smart.
Here we go, to the corner.
Always to the corner. Every combo. What makes this character so strong? Those movement options and the corner ability.
But Machabo finding the right times to get out of there.
He knows. He's always been so great with that crouching strong.
Yeah, and keep in mind, again, like I said, he's from Guilty Gear, and in that game, when you get locked in the corner, it is a dire situation.
It's much worse. This feels like a walk in the park comparatively.
Yeah, so if anybody has the ability to find their way out of the corner, it's going to be Machabo.
He's put the time in the corner. Oh, beautiful counter poke, and he completes with the tough link. I really like that.
And again, there is highlighting a little bit of Nakali's issues as a character. Outside of standing heavy kick and at the ground pound, he doesn't have great range on his normals.
A little stumpy.
And that's where the advantage goes to Rashid because he has great buttons. Crouching light kick, crouching medium, standing medium punch.
And I love the wake up there with jab. We've seen Machabo go to that multi-throw option to really mentally guard break you, but not today. And now the momentum back on Big Bird's side.
Oh man, he went for the eagle spike. If that was, he went for it again!
The
no
call out.
fear, that is the V-trigger 2 eagle spike right there. Spends the meter just to make sure, and Big Bird takes game number 1.
Super confident. I love that. And in both of those rounds to close it out, what makes me feel really good here for Big Bird, he laid a trap and Machabo fell for it.
Yeah.
That counter poke where he was just out of range in the corner of round 1, got a brilliant counter poke to do it, and again with that setup at the end. Great play consistently, but Machabo clearly falling for the high-stakes traps of Big Bird thus far.
And you can see the difference here. Big Bird is just free to hit buttons all over the place, and Machabo almost kind of jailed down.
Yeah. And even there, not quite able to punish that Aaron uppercut.
Okay.
Good challenge. Got to know the gaps in those Rashid strings. You can't let him get away with it, but great counter poke and back in the corner, of course.
Every time. And then got Machabo reaching, but he countered. He went for the air-to-air, didn't quite get it.
He went for the exotic option, and it didn't come.
The crush. Here we go. Big damage now for Machabo, and a little bit of corner carry for himself, but then he goes for the back throw. It's a little bit more of a defensive throw, but you also get more pressure as Nakali.
That neutral jump again.
Is it enough?
It is. Wow. Surprised by the damage on that, but impressed. at the read on the neutral jump, which is not the first time we've seen him pull that out. Great answer to Big Bird's buttons. If you don't have the big buttons of your own, get out of the way and punish.
Ooh, gets the jump in, and that is one of the scary things about trying to go with that crouching heavy punch from Rashid. It is like a fireball.
Excellent point.
If you jump it, you can punch.
Oh, just out of range. That hurts.
Oh no, close to stun.
Dizzy takes the pressure and smell the V trigger, but the Dizzy's still down enough.
Yeah, the V trigger drains some of your, the V reversal
Automatically,
drains it.
yeah, on
And
activation.
again, he's doing it again. He does not want to get stunned.
Under immense pressure here. Stunned for the life. Doesn't want to give this game away. He really needs it. He can't go down 2-0, but now, Big Bird.
Using that V reversal to drain your stun meter and save yourself, however, doesn't let you activate V trigger. And for Necalli, that's kind of almost his game plan.
Oh man, I mean, he's below average character without it.
Yeah, and as soon as he activates it, he becomes such a strong character, and that's why the ground pound is so important, because that builds the V meter as well.
Exactly so. So you know when you get the V reversal from Necalli, he's really in a desperate state. That time answered the neutral jump. These players are adapting to one another on the fly. It doesn't get any better than that.
All right, here we go. Activates V trigger, gets the throw.
Pays off, gets cashed out for that respect he has earned.
Oh, he's just going to go straight into the critical art. He knew nothing else would probably reach at that range, so he went for the longest range to the corner
He's
and
also
the setup.
burning down the V trigger of
Oh
Rashid.
yeah, good call, good call. So many
Been
great,
locked in.
so many great benefits for landing that critical art. Has the life lead as well, but Big Bird has all this. Oh, what a block!
How did he know? Is it going to be enough?
Is this gonna kill?
The big beat.
It is! And Big Bird takes game number 2 with the comeback.
2-0, and Red Bull with the shot of the can. They got to be happy
yeah.
about that. Nice timing there, both in the game and outside of it.
Yeah,
Again, in the clutch, he made the right call.
man. And he had that confirmed into the critical art. That was a buff during, I think it was like season 3, where he could go into the level 1 medium spinning mixer right into the critical art.
Yeah, and remember when no one even cared, like, what a random buff, who
Right,
cares?
yeah.
And then there it is.
There
yeah.
it is. What?
What?
Just do the rock.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he smelled backdash and maybe got caught in the first couple frames.
Both of us are confused, but you know what?
Big Bird is on that level, and again, that's what we've seen. Not just the right decisions in the clutch plays, but the traps are working out for Big Bird.
As we like to say as commentators, that's why we're here and they're there, you know? Let's go.
Oh!
Big Bird, but Machabo now trying to get
Oh,
a nice
he got the mix, the neutral jump up closer that time, out of range, the bad angle.
all the way into the corner, but yeah, it's
gonna
not,
no.
not enough just yet. But that's why he dashed him all the way into the corner and then just caught him with a frame trap stomp.
All right, gotta breathe, gotta breathe.
Are you talking to them or us?
Little stare down in the middle.
All right.
And yeah, he's been getting just enough mileage out of that ground pound to keep Rashid honest from that mid-range.
And that's what Necallis have to do. And like I said,
again.
that also gives them a lot of extra V-trigger meter. Normally you have to be drained about like 70-80% to get that V-trigger, but you see halfway through already gets the activation.
Spends more time as a superior character, but Rashid using his get-out-of-jail-free card to escape the corner, now holds it. Necalli jumps out as well.
Oh, what a whip
Counter
punish.
poke and back into the corner.
Kind of an,
Oh,
it's
spelled the
gonna
neutral jump that time. These guys are on Yomi layer 3. I'm not sure. I think maybe the Yomi counter has flipped at this point. But Big Bird coming out ahead on all the exchanges. Again, I think consistently one step ahead.
Is that Yomi counter, like minus 8 point whatever E to the thing on the calculator.
1.21 gigawatts.
Yeah.
We've got... Wow.
Oh, but
Machabo
Machabo
says,
coming right back.
cool. We don't need to play any Yomi mind games. Let me just go in.
Saying where we're going, we don't need roads.
We're just going to maul you.
Oh,
Look
here we
at
go.
him.
EX, not enough to kill.
Oh.
He went for the throw, but
Just
that
a
throws
tiny
his
bit.
corner. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, you could be dead.
Now he's taking it on the chin. What's that? Oh, the neutral jump again, but awkward timing, scramble throw. What, he called it out?
He just
Big Bird.
There it is, Big Bird with the comeback.
3. Oh, nobody expected this.
Big Bird with the read, the EX Eagle Spike out of nowhere.
It wasn't tech. It wasn't a character that picks your pocket and everyone feels bad afterwards. That was reads. Machabo adapted. He adapted to the adaptation. Doesn't get any nicer than that.
I want to see everybody in the chat spam the Seth emotes.
That was just great Street Fighter. It was exactly, it was like, I know that you know that I know. All in real time, the stakes kept going up. Big Bird rose to the challenge every time.
Man.
He has, I think, ascended to a place that I have personally not seen him play before. And I'm super happy to be here at the Evolution 2019.
And
Where
you
are
see
we?
how calm he looked afterwards, too? He walked off the stage like,
he had a
just
smile.
another day, you know? Just
He had a
another
smile.
day.
And rough run for Machabo. Starting here in
Yeah.
winner's bracket and running into just two unusual opponents that probably hadn't had a time to practice against or think about. Nikali, I think he's one of the few people still trying to really make that character work at the high levels and has stuck to it. And it's just, again, as you said, a bankable property. Such is the skill. But we saw Big Bird able to just rise above. Like, you must be this tall. Cool. I'm this tall.
It is one of the rough things. You had mentioned this earlier, that euphoria of getting into top 8. And then the euphoria of getting on top 8 on winner's side. But, you know, it's always the most rough position to make it into top 8 on winner's side and then lose 2 in a row and go home in 5th place. It's so brutal.
Yeah, you feel like you're guaranteed 5th. And again, that's so the moment you sort of let the tension off your mind and like, well, I'm guaranteed 5th. That's pretty good. You lose a little bit of that drive to push further.
Yeah, and now
I can say from personal experience, I did not have it in the clutch, unfortunately. I felt too good about sneaking into a top 8. We'll see. I think Idom is still
he's in the danger
story
of that
for
right
me.
now.
Yeah.
And he has to go up against Fujimura. And, you know, we already saw what Fujimura did to Kichipa-mu.
Yeah.
But you know what? Idom, you know, look, Japan does not rank Laura very high.
That's right.
They do not rank Laura very high, and last time that happened, Fujimura lost to G. I think it was at final round, you know?
Yeah.
And so I don't know how much experience they have against Lauras. I don't think Japan has a lot of strong Laura players out there. And so can Idom just find a way to run through Fujimura?
I do think that there's a possibility, right? You can imagine him flying the X-Wing down the trench. We do think that there is a potential hole in the defenses of Fujimura that he could strike. They have to play at a similar range. Idom has a very unusual rhythm for a Laura player, and if you lack some of that Laura experience, I do think he has the explosiveness. And if I could take anything away from Fujimura's incredible defense, which is inventive and includes some hard reads, it's that he sometimes plays a little close to the meta. And if you're a Laura player, you eat that stuff for dinner.
Yep. So Idom gonna have to stay on target here.
Counter poke, goes straight in for the command.
Starts off with the pressure right away, but remember, this is how we saw him in the winner side as well. Starting off very strong, but couldn't maintain it the whole entire way. Here comes Fujimura.
And already Fujimura realizing he's got to hit buttons and go on the offense if he wants to survive this, because he is not ready for it.
Couldn't quite get him out of the air. And you saw Fujimura, the respect against Idom. He had already gone to the next level of mix-ups, but doesn't have to worry about the Shuriken mix-ups.
Oh, but he dropped it.
Shuriken mix-ups, sorry, my bad. Here we go. Oh, he just challenged!
And this is the thing that's risky now for Idom, is that Fujimura got run over by that stuff in the beginning and then started consistently waking up with buttons and throws.
You know, that's the thing. You can combo after that V-skill overhead when you have the trigger activated. Fujimura knew he was going for the reset to kill and just countered with the jab. No fear at all.
He's looking a little more familiar than we might have liked. And what a brilliant idea to throw through the fireball. It's a next level counter.
EX kunai. Turns the left-right mix up into the high-low, but he read it. Here we go. The nice thing about this here, though, is that Idom does play at NLBC, and Shine is an excellent Ibuki out there, so he does have practice in the matchup. But Fujimura, as we've said many times, on another level.
Pulled him out of the air. The EX right, close it out. Man, again, just so much familiarity. I think that hope that maybe he didn't quite know the character is evaporating quickly for me.
Hope from all the U.S. players here, striving for our first U.S. victory in a major Street Fighter at EVO.
It's been a lot of EVOs. We're due. This is the year.
All right, so here we go. Starting off, gets the counter hit confirmed.
Good pressure. All right, he was understanding that Fujimura is hitting buttons as the response. Now playing the counter to that, so we're seeing the correct kind of adaptation. Let's see if he can get it back going.
Idom has the best usage of that thunderclap in neutral. He does it at the weirdest ranges, and here we go. Idom building a lot of extra meter.
Wow. That's it. That's the round. So that is what Laura is capable of.
Yes.
And we're seeing here Idom able to make that adjustment and understand that Fujimura had gone to consistent buttons and find the right counter.
That is what the game plan. See right there, just
Oh.
in the neutral, and look at this damage
Perfect
he's gonna
spacing
get off
and
of
the
that.
mix. And he's not going for the throw option.
Oh,
Oh, got him
still
again.
has the counter, gets
Oh,
the
gets
stun,
it low.
and
It's
you know
gonna be
you
big.
take a ton of damage here. Look at that damage.
Because the stun came after a reset.
Yep, and now but
Fujimura fighting for his life.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The mix-up. Which
It's a
side?
long road to go.
The B reversal.
Smart.
Beautiful smoke.
Smart.
Just get
Shut
out
it
of
down.
there.
Shut
But
it down. Take the throw 9 times. No. Take it.
Fujimura
Take it
right
again.
back in there. Oh, he gets
the
NA
trade,
here, but it's
but
not
not
enough
enough.
to kill.
Can he do it? Can he steal it back from Idom? Now he gets the trade again.
my God.
So smart. He realized what Fujimura's queued up answer was to it. We saw it again 5 seconds earlier. He's like, he can't take the trade, so if he goes to that option again, that's the option. If you don't have the DP queued up and have to go to the jab, I know I can trade and close it out. Incredible awareness from Idom.
That is some guts to keep jumping like that at him.
All he needed was the trade. He knew it. And that time, nice call up by Fujimura.
Oh, no. What was Idom doing? He got crouching.
Yeah, Laura doesn't have any good
Yeah.
option from that spot.
Not sure what was happening there.
Oh, no. Fujimura again adapting.
Side switch on that. Oh, what a block on that overhead. And it is
Incredible.
punishable, yep.
Incredible block.
And the chase out on the
backdash.
backdash. He says, you know what? I know you want to get out of here,
These
so.
guys are just stepping it up. Fujimura came out big. Idom, big answer. And here's Fujimura again, one step ahead. How
think
long can this go on?
I feel like we say this every year at EVO, but it's just, the I know that you know that I know that you know that
Man.
I know situation.
Always exciting.
Oh, here we go. Again. Ooh.
Knocks him out of the air. Knows he wants out.
Not letting him out of the air. Stays in front. Doesn't want to give him the opportunity, but here comes Idom with the back throw, too. That's
Smart.
very crucial.
Oh, did he let him get out?
What? How
Oh,
did
so
that
that's not a thing.
anti-air?
He used the extra plus frames of the short reset in the air, set up the command grab.
Oh, out of there.
Punished,
Good
but
side.
not a big one.
And still back in the corner. You can't get out. You
Fujimura
can't escape.
uppercuts his way back to neutral. Open street.
Oh, no, he tried to walk
hangs in the
under.
air.
That
I bet he
trick
knows he
works
has
on
enough.
everybody. The
Oh,
cross.
dirty.
The mix-ups from Fujimura taking game number 3.
I'm throwing a yellow flag on the play from the side of justice. It's not right.
Oh, man.
It's not right for America.
I mean, the thing is, as much as a mixed character Laura is,
Yeah.
Ibuki is right there with her.
There's mixes and then there's filthy mixes. There's no room for that stuff here at EVO 2019. Actually, there is. It's a long tradition. It's one of the best things about fighting games.
And you already see Idom comboing into the V skill to build up, but I don't know if he's
Great.
going to need it.
He gave him just enough room there. Look at the damage.
Oh my God, close to death. There it is,
And this
another perfect.
This is it. These guys just stepping up one level. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I don't-
Idom has 2 perfects, yet he's down 2 to 1.
Fujimura is winning this race, though.
Yes.
That's the thing, is Fujimura has been leading a little bit, and then Idom makes the adaptation, but he's got to be making it faster because he's, right now,
He's on the
down a
verge,
game.
yeah. If he loses this game, he's out of the tournament. In
Ooh.
the same fashion that Machabo went out. But what a backdash in the corner,
but
but
not
then,
able to punish.
yeah. Oh, he
So
made it
smart.
under. He made it under. Here we go, in the corner. It's mix-up time. He
Oh,
went
he just
for
wants
it.
out. He just wants out, and he gets away.
That V skill from Ibuki so good. The lean back at the startup, dodges so many pokes, gets him with the V
I
skill.
think he's got the damage.
Stayed
No.
in front, and Idom read it. He blocked. That's
Incredible,
amazing.
and a big
Here we
punish into
go.
the trigger.
This is an opportunity here. What's the
One
mix-up?
more touch.
Oh, he
no,
tried to bait
no,
out an
he dropped
uppercut.
it, but then he still gets the throw. Both of these guys so focused. You know he launched his plan. His plan was, I'm going to strong and to throw.
Yeah.
And then got the hit, which was a surprise.
And
but
Idom was
stuck
trying
his
to bait
plan.
out the desperation EX uppercut. It didn't come. And Fujimura playing so patient. Oh,
Yeah. Adaptation on top of adaptation.
oh, okay, nice confirm. He saw the whip, and he knew that was going to connect.
Playing from a little further distance, and now the pressure.
Oh, too early. And then he tried to go with the armor, not going to work here. Back throw into the corner. Another
Oh, no.
throw.
He's got the read, and here comes the pressure. Oh, he got him. Oh, he
He stayed in
drops.
the front. He stayed in front, but the dizzy from the EX
dizzy,
uppercut.
the insult to injury, and Fujimura will be moving on.
And both players starting on the winner's side, Machabo and Idom, are going to go out 0-2 in the top 8. And again, while that seems like, oh man, they went 0-2 in top 8, but they won the entire way up here.
You're 5th place out of 2,000 people, James.
Exactly. And
not too shabby, especially for a first time on a stage
yeah.
quite like this, where the stakes feel so high, representing America in front of the American crowd. New York City, a noble tradition of Street Fighter out of the NLBC,
Yeah.
a classic home for great players.
So many strong players from that scene, year after year, for decades.
Built by community builders who were competitors themselves and then
Right.
paid it forward. Henry Sen opening up a place for the
That's
players
right,
to continue to play, paying it forward to the next generation. Incredible stuff. I hope they're all proud of IDOM today.
Henry Sen, Arturo Sanchez, Eddie Lee, the start, and then they pass it on to Justin Wong and, all the players, Chris G,
true.
and then passed along even further. Now we've got guys like IDOM, Shine. Just
They brought
so
us
many.
incredible commentary traditions
Yes,
as well.
exactly,
Speaking of that, shout out to
exactly.
Mr. IFC, yipes.
Yeah, they're all right here
Chung,
on the house
course.
mic with L.I. Joe, too, another New Yorker. So there you go.
A rich history of awesome people. I hope everyone can be proud of IDOM. And shout outs to New York City.
Whew, yeah. All right. Well, that unfortunately means that we are down half of our players in top 8. We've only got 4 left, and I believe we're going to jump back to the winner's side right now. Keep it together, Seth. Keep it together. We've got half the matches left here. So, yeah, exactly.
I got this.
Exactly.
I got this.
We're totally going to make this look cool. All right, okay, so we're going back to the winner's side, and again, Infexious from the UK, sitting there.
The choice of the beast.
Yes,
yeah. Chosen
exactly.
personally by the beast
Yeah.
to carry the banner forward here at Evolution 2019.
And I know the UK guys are going to be unbearable at this point in time, with the Europe versus US kind of
Look,
argument
you
here.
win back-to-back EVOs. You get to talk a little.
Yeah.
A few. A few.
But he has to go up against, like we said, the guy who I feel like is the hottest right now in Street Fighter V, and which is crazy for me to say because Punk had been dominating everything.
Punk is like a amazing flare. You see him go up, and his star burns so bright, but it wasn't able to come together for him. Eliminated in the final rounds here, right before the top 8.
Now, here's the thing, right? Every premier event on the Capcom Pro Tour this year has had a Karen in the grand finals. But it's always been either Punk or Bonchan. And so Bonchan right now is in the absolute best position right now to continue that streak. And he has to get past Infectious. Now, we did see him go with Sagat first, and I feel like he was doing that for the crowd. Is he going to do it again? Is he going to try to go with the king here on the first game with 3 out of 5? You have a little wiggle room.
I mean, it might be a way of sort of providing a little way to counterplay around the unfamiliarity of Zaku. Now, obviously, Bonchan, one of the guys known for putting in his homework. You know he's going to know key things about the match. But he may be trying to use unfamiliarity with Sagat because where is...
I heard it.
Yeah,
I heard
the
it.
king. And I heard the crowd is what I heard.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's going to be able to play at an interesting range that I think could be potentially risky for Zaku. So we'll see if Bonchan has some special tricks or if Infectious is familiar with the Sagat matchup to the degree that he's going to need to beat the king. The #1 seed coming in here, Red Bull's Bonchan.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go. Sagat versus Zeku.
Wow, master versus teacher. Who are Bonchan's sort of senseis? Daigo, Takedo.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But Daigo's student up against
going up
a
against
player
Daigo's
inspired.
team.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Daigo's new student versus the old student.
That's true.
Yeah,
If you're Daigo in the crowd right now, who are you rooting
The
for?
spirit of Daigo is still here in this
Yeah.
top 8 via these two players. But let's go. Sagat versus Zeku, Evolution 2019.
Oh, and there we go. Going to be using that reach on that standing medium kick. Nice. Gets the frame trap by dashing in. Gets the counter hit.
And that zoning is just enough to set up that dash in where you're looking for counters to the zoning, and that creates the opportunity for
There
Sagat.
are a lot of characters who can really mess up Sagat for throwing fireballs. I don't feel like Zeku is one of them.
There are a lot of answers to the fireball, but they're not strong.
Right. It's not like Bison or Nash where you're just giving them power.
Yeah,
you know?
they're essentially very specific. He has a ton of different counters to fireball, but they're all specific to different setups that are not necessarily what you're facing. So you have to put in a lot of work to find that counter.
All right, Infectious. Oh, nice. I thought he was going to make it through there.
He might have thrown a slower fireball.
Yeah.
He might have been expecting the fierce fireball.
Oh, what a counter poke, and he had the Angry Scar
GP.
active.
Oh, it doesn't challenge. That's an interesting note, but he does wake up with mud.
Yeah, there you go. So Infexious going down in round 1. Bonchan taking round 1 with the king.
I do think there was some interesting information that Infectious can use going forward and create those opportunities for the flip opening. That could be very strong.
It's like, you know, I say this a lot, but you have to have a very selective memory when you're playing fighting games. You got to remember all the things that happen, and because they're telling stories throughout the whole entire match, and your job as a player is to try to lie and tell basically a false story.
Yes, that's exactly right. I was like, they're stories, but they're also mostly lies.
Yep.
Yeah. So you have to make the lie believable enough. Great pressure here, and he's playing from the. Oh, wow.
Oh, well, he's still going to get the punish here. Doesn't switch back. Going to stay as
Yangmian pressure. Now back to old, and that's going to connect.
Yep, good damage here. Has the V trigger activated.
Side switch.
Oh, he was expecting maybe a wake up EX uppercut. Didn't do anything.
Oh, but it gets broken.
But it's a lot of scale, so that's why he went for that little mix up right there.
Makes sense. Smart stuff.
Infexious on the verge of taking this round.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Tiger right over his head, not able to find a punish. Oh, almost threatens the walk up. Oh, he fakes the walk up. Fierce. Wow.
Is this
wow.
gonna kill?
No. Oh, the savagery. So savage. He did the same threat about 2 seconds before, then went up and threatened again, but this time had the counter to the counter into the super for the kill. Woo!
Bonchan, I never knew you could be so savage. Woo!
Wow. Of course, Infectious, I think maybe completely unfazed. That was incredible stuff. We'll see.
Clearly on his face, he's perturbed by the whole thing, you know.
He found the jump in there. It's a good opening.
And now the meaty here gets the stun right away, but it's going to be a little bit of scale.
You can't ask for more than this in terms of an opening, though. He's won the first 3 engagements all in a row. Corners himself, back throw.
Oh, he's going to be able to confirm, off of the fears.
Oh, wow.
What in the world happened there?
I'll tell you who knows, Infectious. That was a perfect frame setup to just land in an awkward position.
And I almost feel like Bonchan tried to go for an EX uppercut, but the side switching messed up the input.
I guarantee you that was a setup.
Okay, so good stuff to Infectious. That's how you want to come back after that first game.
Gets the crush, though. Healthy damage.
Oh!
No respect. Said you're negative after that dash.
Bonchan, knowing that's not real, challenged.
Sekdu does have jab confirms, but they're not particularly strong from most ranges.
All right, just going at him with the Graham all day.
This is where I find him to be most effective, when he can get the Graham to set up his other offensive options.
Oh,
that's where I've seen him go big, but now he's going to be in trouble.
Goes for the side switch. Again, not a true meaty from Bonchan.
I think when he goes for those side switches, he's a little bit negative.
Oh, wow, he's just going to go for the critical.
I think that's going to do it.
Is this going to kill? It is! I'm actually surprised.
He stole it. That felt good. That felt good for Infectious the whole time. But there's the V.
And you know what? You got to spend that meter right there. Spend that meter to take that round.
100%.
Exactly.
No question.
You're down on a round right now? Take it. Take it with everything that you got.
And Infectious on the verge of going down 2-0. Very difficult spot, especially against someone as versatile as Bonchan. So he has to find this round.
Ooh,
wow.
Okay, just anti-air with a heavy kick.
And again, not able to get the jab confirmed quite to connect. Looking for the heavy, doesn't come.
Oh, that's a crush. That means he gets the free uppercut juggle, yep.
And he's just playing it cool, doesn't want to pressure, just pure control.
It's just footsies right now. It's just for the footsies. And at the right range to be plus on that EX Tiger Knee, gets the counter hit afterwards.
Very smart, and the neutral jump against the slide, and he powers up the scar for the big finish 2-0 to Red Bull's Bonchan.
What Infectious was trying to do right there, he switched to Young so he could slide into V-trigger. But as soon as he switched, that's when Bonchan just said, I'm neutral jumping now. I know what you want.
You remember Idom's mistake the same way, going for that fierce confirm into the V-trigger? Yes, you see that sometimes from Bison players too with the slide, where they get a little predictable with their favorite confirm into V-trigger.
Yeah,
you know they're hungry to find it, and you can counter.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that most top players are aware of. They're looking for that popular V-trigger activation.
Ooh, the Fierce now representing, looking for that counter hit in neutral, but won't work against the Fireball from that range. Sagat smartly mixed goes in.
What an autocorrect uppercut. Input it one direction, wait until they cross up, hit the button, you turn around.
Advanced techniques.
Or as John Choi would call it, the cross-cut.
Cross-cut. So I'm worried here because Infexious is, again, finding the success with this gram control, but he doesn't look satisfied with it. You see him wanting more. He wants to go in.
And he's still down in life, too.
Yes.
Still down in life. Okay, finally takes the life lead, I feel like.
This is the challenge with Zeku. The life advantage can be so small from these individual successes.
And that's one of the toughest things about Zeku as well. Not the greatest V-triggers out there.
No, they're not game changers, right?
Right.
You don't get to rob anybody with these things.
Oh, no uppercut, no anti-air from Bonchan this time.
Important information. Oh, he's got no.
Oh no, he's gonna get hit. Beautiful confirm from Infectious, so he's taking first round here. He's got to get on the board.
That was a great round. Got to play the game he wanted. Nobody was at anybody's head.
Right, and more importantly, it wasn't like a slaughter kind of round, which means he was playing good neutral. He was winning a lot of the small.
It wasn't set play.
Victories,
And again, there, jump in, getting paid off. Not in a big way. Oh, he smells the passivity and punishes.
Oh,
this is Infectious. And he baits it out.
The back throw for the stun, so he can get the most damage out of this. Infectious taking his first game. It's 2-1.
A very solid answer. Again, that first game, not sort of a set play, the roller coaster. This time, a little bit more of that round, but that's because he earned it in the first game by winning those yummy battles.
I mean,
and
look,
again, unfazed.
Maybe this is why Daigo signed him, because I mean, this used
He's
to
got
be
the eye.
Daigo, right?
He sees him.
This is Daigo, the stone face, no expressions. He's gotten a little more emotion of late, so you know he's like, I need someone to carry my legacy. Infectious, here he is. Let's go. And you know what? Bonchan says, no, this is the character I want in this matchup. I am going to keep playing the king.
That's what I actually think Sagat is a super interesting choice for this matchup, just because you do get more of these sort of interesting three-quarter screen projectile battles that are basically not possible in Street Fighter V for the most part.
I'm also going to shout out, I love Zeku's theme song. I love his music.
It does. It has some energy to it. I like that.
And it even has the Strider theme in it, the intro.
Plus, Strider and Guy from Street Fighter, come on.
I know, right?
Who's not into that?
Oh, the neutral jump, he's going to be able to reach. Okay,
Oh,
gets
too
in
far.
there for the range, and now, you know, Infectious knew not to hit a button in that situation.
And Infectious smartly jumping
Oh,
away.
he's going to be able to
getting
get a
hit.
combo.
Yeah, I think, no.
Oh,
Goes
he
to
just
the
went
break.
for the unblockable, and then by the time Infectious saw it, he was like, I can take this, it's going to be skill. Oh, I don't have enough life, I got to do, and then it was too
And
late.
from that range, what do you have to worry about as Sagat against Zeku? No threat.
Exactly.
Outside of critical art, no threat.
You need a two-hit move to get through that
That's right,
armor.
Oh,
okay.
call out again.
Bushin throw this time.
Backdash.
Going with that little Rufus punch right there.
Zeku does have escapable pressure with some characters' backdash. Laura particularly can escape. Sagat has some options here.
Look at this. Oh, he was
that time
baiting
he
that
had to
out.
answer. Yeah.
Gets the back throw.
He checked his phone in between rounds there. That crouching medium, good control from Zeku. Doesn't get a lot out of it. He's not willing to activate.
What a
Wow.
backdash. What a backdash. Bonchan, 1/3, 1/4 of a bar away from advancing to grand finals. Oh, what a jump back strong.
And these backdashes from Bonchan have really, he's gotten paid off for them
Oh,
and
he
paid no
did it
cost.
again.
No
he
cost.
said, you know what? You are going to try to activate that V trigger. I'm going to punish it.
Oh, no respect.
That's not even the EX. There's no invincibility in that uppercut.
Oh, shut it all down.
And Bonchan
That is the soul blow right there. Oh,
on a journey right now, but one phase of that journey is complete, and that is back-to-back-to-back grand finals at premier events, and this one is the granddaddy of all premier events. Evolution is where dreams are made.
we said at the beginning of this was the expectation. This was the story. But Bonchan, I feel like in many ways he's been second place in Evolution before.
Yes.
We've seen that for him. I believe Luffy was the man, European,
That's right, yeah.
who took him down in a very difficult grand finals, playing Sagat of all characters.
And he was in winner's side as well.
He was in winner's side. We'll be repeating a little bit of that history here at Evolution 2019.
Does that mean Bonchan got revenge on Europe here?
That's one way to read it. It's not. You don't have to say it that way, but I love it. It's a great narrative, and I feel like this grand finals is his chance again
Yeah.
to sort of escape from that second, he wants to be in that true spotlight, and this is really the chance to make that
This is
shine
his
today.
time. This is his story. And Bonchan has been, winning in the game and in life. Just recently married, so I know everybody.
That guy lost like 70 pounds.
And then
too,
he lost
just by sort of refocusing on himself, and that shows you the level of dedication. If it's not apparent to you in the game, do some before and after photos. He's really put in a lot of work to all parts of himself, his mind.
A lot of
his
people
game.
don't even know, that he's lost that much weight. People just know him as the Bonchan that
He
we
has
see.
discipline.
All right.
EVO sing along.
All right, and want to give everybody a shout outs to Geico Gaming, of course, just supporting so much of the FGC. Really, really great support. Shout outs to them. They've had their own tournament series as well.
Oh, cool.
So again, all these guys, without them, we can't make events like this happen, right? And that's the most important thing. So absolutely shout outs to Geico Gaming for supporting us. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in right now. We still have more matches coming up. Don't go anywhere. More Street Fighter V after this break.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Sumi, and I'm here in the EVO 2019 arena at Mandalay Bay, powered by PlayStation 4. Joining me today is Joey Cuellar, the president of Triple Perfect. So, Joey, you have been around since the first EVO. Can you tell me a little bit about the origins?
It started from an arcade with 40 people. We ran a really small tournament, but a lot of people came from different parts of the country to find out who was the best. And word kind of got out like, oh, this is kind of a legit tournament. So we kind of did it the next year, and it kind of snowballed, and now we're at like 20,000 people in 80 different countries, so it's pretty crazy right now.
20,000 people in 80 different countries is an amazing accomplishment. So EVO really only gets better year over year. Can you tell me a little bit about what's in store for next year?
Well, I mean, if we did that, we wouldn't have an announcement show in February. So, I mean, I got to hold it real close to the chest. I can't say anything at this point, so.
All right, so I guess we just have to hold that and wait then.
Hold the L.
Right, so we have to hold that L. So EVO is kind of like, basically if someone thinks about fighting game events, EVO is probably top of mind for a lot of people. Can you give some advice for those people who are looking to run locals in their own neighborhood? You know, how can they run an event? What advice can you give them?
I mean, just follow your passion, right? Like if you like Tekken or if you like some non-mainstream game, just do it anyway. Maybe you'll get 2 people the first week, and then you'll go to 8 people next week, and you'll just go in from there. So don't discourage if no one comes. You got to advertise, you got to do everything, and it just comes over time. So I mean, if you just like keep the passion, keep the spirit going, I think you'll be fine in the long run.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Joey, for this wonderful interview. We'll be back with more action after this.
This is the path of my destiny. Dare you challenge the key?
Bonchan definitely knows he is in deep, deep trouble.
And no character change. Bonchan says, I'm going to do this with Sagat or nobody. Good start here for him.
Watching a champion come out of the loser's bracket like this would also be an incredible feat. Bonchan's winner's advantage already evaporated, and he's down 2 games to none against the French master Luke, playing as the Italian Rose. True representation of Europe.
Nice throw and got him into the corner. So he's going to have a nice pressure game right now. And he's always trying to erase those.
Dancing forward and great challenge there. He didn't eat any additional trouble. Oh, wow, out of range.
Beautiful.
Challenging again. Bonchan playing so smart, using those great reactions. Wow. He wants to close this out. He does get the ultra off. Be able to jump forward? No, goes for the reflect. Here she comes. He can win with a trade on the uppercut.
Now it's run out. Okay, there we go. Yes.
And he burns the meter to close that round out. Even with a big life advantage, some make trouble with this. In this situation, absolutely want to take that round. Another great tech.
Luffy gets an early hit if he just decides to burn the entire meter on the super or not.
And great block there after the side switch. Tiger knee. Luffy a little bit out of his zones here. Could it be that Bonchan has finally found his spot? He's going for the tricksy stuff. Oh, good stuff from Bonchan, finding the throw. That is Rose's face.
Oh, good damage. And now he's got Luffy in the corner. Oh, but again, a backwards throw. This is not done yet.
Fakes the level 3 focus. Now gonna dance in. You won't take the bait? Fine, I'll walk up and throw you. And you can predict the timing of his walk-up throws occasionally based on the position of the orbs.
Oh, beautiful neutral jump for Bonchan. But remember, he did this last time, brought it to 2-1.
Exactly the same situation.
Right.
Yeah, and he played a solid third game to take it back, after which Luffy completely blew him out of the water. So let's see if Bonchan can maintain this momentum. And again, I felt like he had just the beginnings of like an interesting strategy there towards the end. Seemed to have found his position, his pace, his spacing. I don't know if he's going to be able to maintain here. And it's going to be match point again for Luffy. Match point, tournament point, evolution point. Fighting for Europe, the largest Street Fighter tournament in the history of the planet. Japan versus France. There he's challenging again with those false block strings. Bonchan not taking the bait. Good pressure. Luffy seems all right in the corner here so far.
Oh, nice little counter with that Pierce, but getting right through there. Trying to jump over, couldn't quite get it.
Bonchan, yeah, the story so far to me has been his survival of all these throw games from Rose. He's had a combination of great techs and straight up counter throws. He's also not giving anything up to his Ultra 2. Very rare that he gets hit by that for as many as those we've seen from Luffy.
All right, got 2 hits because the first one was...
Oh, got him again. There's the big challenge, and it's going to be right in the face. Good tech. But Bonchan smells it. He's closing in. Luffy answering back. This is a critical first round. He burns the meter.
Too far, too far.
Oh,
Parallel Pierce. Luffy on evolution point.
So close. That was so close to being counter hit.
Will he be the first non-Asian-born player?
Sorry to mess you up there, James.
Thanks, Seth.
That's what we're here for. Luffy, an incredible achievement. Already. Oh, and is that going to be, yes. In the front, dancing away, misses the counter hit. Bonchan.
Punish him. Oh, wow. He knew Bonchan was going to go for the throw, so he went for the close forward. Got the combo off of it.
And Luffy sitting on the nearly ever-present super. I don't know how... I've never seen so much super meter. He's got all... Oh, that was it. He knew it, too. He had avoided the counter hit, and Luffy is just going to be pressuring him with those drills.
Here comes Soul Satellite.
Oh, no!
Ooh, too far.
Wow.
If he gets the throw, here we go. Just a tiny chunk of life left.
Oh, battles back. No. Bonchan trying to close the door. Trying to keep him out. Needs the reflex.
And Luffy uses some meter for an EX Fireball. So no more Soul Spiral into supers.
But Bonchan also out of meter. Oh no! Oh no!
Luffy has done it! He has taken Evolution 2014!
Unbelievable! It is France. It will be your champion over.
Welcome back, everybody, to Evolution 2019. We are here on Top 8 Sunday in Street Fighter V. I'm James Chen.
My name is Seth Killian, and I am damn glad to be here, back in this seat with you, my friend. It's been a, shall we say, draining day of Street Fighter already.
It always is. It's
yeah.
always a draining day, and you know, part of the reason is because the matches are so strong, they're so good, but then at the same time, we just have to see players get sent home, and it's rough.
Yeah.
It's tough to watch, and you see right here, Fujimura, who hasn't won EVO, but has been in like every top 8 for Street Fighter V imaginable, going up against Big Bird from the UAE, and, you know, both of these guys really trying to, you know, Fujimura obviously trying to make a name for, well, he's already has a name, but he's trying to make an accomplishment for himself.
Sure, a
But-
real benchmark, like to go the full distance.
Right.
No, you got to get that ring.
And then Big Bird really trying to do it, I feel like, for his country.
And again, to see them really make a mark on the world last year and then continue that tradition now, arguably climbing even higher, I think a lot to be impressed by in the play today.
Fujimura, so these are two of the characters that a lot of people put on the like number 1, number 2, number 3 spots.
Exactly. And Fujimura is largely responsible for the view of Ibuki's position. Big Bird holding his own here, but not really creating. A little bit passive in the approach so far.
Fujimura has been winning the neutral a little bit. You can see that because of the
Very-
life lead
yeah,
and
very
also
distinctly.
the position advantage that Fujimura has as well. Faking the high wall jump. And so, you know what? Like we said, hey, now you're in the corner. Every time I hit you.
Oh, pulls him back in, but doesn't get the side.
He lost that vacuum effect, but
finds the
gets the
dizzy.
stun. And Big Bird, despite going down early in that round, is going to take it anyway.
I'm impressed. He made a bunch of great reads at the end of that round to close it out. He didn't have a corner pressure anymore, but was able to make it work mid-screen. Not once, but multiple times. And again, finding himself here in the corner, not able to find the neutral openings, but also keeping Ibuki from big explosive damage of the set play. But here we go.
Okay, now the throw. Turning that left-right or high-low mix-up into a throw mix-up instead. And here we go, getting all the damage.
Oh.
And just the right timing.
Gave him just enough rope to hang himself, and Big Bird took the bait. Fujimura looking super strong.
A perfect at 69 seconds.
Yeah.
That's just how domination from start to finish that round.
Oh, there's the counter poke though for Big Bird. Big damage, and that corner control goes to the throw option. Setting it up.
Oh, almost has his own stun. He got it on the last hit. That's one move though, so even though it's 8 hits, the scaling is so low, and Big Bird is gonna counter with his own
perfect for game 1.
Wow.
And he's just been able to make the big reads in the clutch. And you saw the desperation for Ibuki to try and get out of the corner. Shut it down, shut it down, shut it down.
And now Big Bird looking calm and collected as ever right now. Little tinge of
Yeah, I was like, I see a little bit
yeah.
of concern, but he is
Little
playing
tinge of,
very well.
Pressure.
I respect it.
But again, as we said, top players, they get nervous. They feel the stress. They feel the pressure. It's how they channel it is what makes you a champion.
That's right. And it's just winning when he wins these. Keep the offensive pressure like this.
Yeah.
Wow, calls out the V reversal. Everything
Close to
going
stun,
Big Bird's
and he
way.
just went with it. Standing heavy, standing heavy, standing heavy punch 3 times in a row. Big Bird is looking so solid now.
Wherever you think the Yomi counter is set, Fujimura is behind on it because he is getting hit by everything.
Now trying to take him to the corner again. Hey, look at the patience from Big Bird. He didn't hit a button for so long and then found the right moment and got the crush.
And his perfect distance here. Good weight. All of these choices are solid.
Okay, here we go. Fujimura now with an opportunity. Yes, the side switch. And now close
And
to
the
stun.
dizzy. There it is.
There
Takes the
okay.
bait.
I feel like we've had a stun in every round
Yes.
so far in this match. Oh, wake up buttons. Wake up buttons.
Still alive. Goes for the throw option into the corner. So smart. He's got the tools to get it done. Plus frames. Catches it from the air.
Nobody
so
blocks
dirty.
that. Nobody
so
blocks that.
dirty.
And you know what? As much as Fujimura, I feel like creates all the things, I still call that the Cien because he was the first one I saw do that.
Very creative use.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like the first premiere. It was like final round of the second season.
It was brilliant space control, but what has he got now? This is a must-win for Fujimura, otherwise he'll be down 2.
Well, it was a great start
But
so
a
far.
drop.
Yeah, a little
Big Bird
bit of a
picks it
counter
up.
poke. Here we go, activation. Gets the pressure in there.
Just wants that pressure. This is where he's had all his success. Not able to pull him back into the corner, and that might be the round right there. Very dangerous situation. You cannot let him out. Every time he's kept him in, he wins. When he doesn't, not so much.
But look at how much meter he has, but Fujimura with the same meter. Any hit from anyone, well, Fujimura can kill at this point in time, but Big Bird will just do a lot of damage and catch up. And like he baited it out!
Wow.
He baited out the EX spinning mixer.
Knew he was under the big pressure. Knew he's like, yeah, I've got a set play for that. Like, this is what you do when you're under big pressure and you want to bait out the reversal. Perfect. Super clean from Fujimura. Nobody has a deeper book than this guy. He knows the scenarios so far down and is not just building them around tech, he's building them around your Yomi layer 2 tech. What would you do under this kind of pressure? Fantastic to see. And evens it up at 1 game apiece.
Well, he's coming right out of the gate here in game number 3.
Yes.
Oh boy, stun. Oh no,
so
he's not gonna go. He wanted the less scales.
Wow, so smart. Excellent point, James. He could have gotten more hits and found the stun, but he knew it would scale and thought he could find one more.
Ooh, get her out of the air. No fly zone here. Right, just a little bit of life left. Oh, what a block. What a block.
Shuts it down with the short.
Yep.
Now I hope Big Bird can take the lesson here. When you stay on the offense, you're good. You see Fujimura make mistakes. Gotta stay on that offense. He went in big that round, had the opportunity.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a big punish.
That's going to be punished. That's one of the nerfs that he did get. EX does not go through you unless in V-Trigger 2 activation.
The open neutral has gone mostly Fujimura's way, but when Big Bird can get it going, especially find that corner.
But Fujimura with all the momentum here, but there's the call out from Big Bird.
But it's call out of his own.
Yeah,
that's going to do it.
Call out.
Fujimura, these guys neck and neck, evenly matched at this point is how it's looking. And who is going to go up critical 2-1 and be able to put the other one on notice for elimination?
There we go, to the corner, and now pressure time. This is where he's won all the time. You talked about it, and he's starting it here.
Fujimura tried to jump out too, showing he's desperate to wake up uppercut.
The desperation uppercut. Big Bird potentially gonna, no, it's not gonna kill quite yet. Oh no, wait, it is gonna kill. He spent everything that he had, and it was enough to kill.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Nodding, he's like, yep, feeling good, feeling right.
Woo.
A little bit of nerves, but it's going his way. He's making the big plays.
Oh man, and yeah, you see him just trying to gather himself there with a little strong head nod, the single head nod.
He's not just ahead of Fujimura, he's beating Fujimura.
Yes.
He is beating him. He's not steamrolling it, it's not set play, He is making the smart reads and smart calls, smelling the desperation of Fujimura to get out.
And you see that, even that combo into the Eagle Spike to switch sides.
Yes.
It's so smart. And
Must
here we
keep him
go.
there.
He's going to get another stun. But
No,
he's going to
he's
try
doing
to,
the same play he did before. Will it pay
Okay,
off?
but he blocked right there. He knew. He crouched light kick last time, so he baited Fujimura into the uppercut this time.
So smart. Master level play here on display. Evolution 2019. Nasser Big Bird on the verge.
Match point of sending Fujimura home in 4th place. Fujimura always here every year and so strong, but Big Bird says no. I'm gonna try to end your road right here,
This is
right
his
now.
year. This is the story, but misses the spinning mixer. The juggle.
Oh, continues that pressure. Beautiful anti-air into pressure, but here comes Fujimura. Gets the throw, has the life lead.
Wow, shut it down. Even the stand round pass gets shut down.
Okay, he's gonna be able to combo off of that.
Please, yes.
Sends him a little closer to the corner.
That position.
Oh,
Has
that's
it, but
gonna get hit,
Fujimura
yeah.
smartly willing to spend everything.
There you go. Fujimura staying alive.
And I don't even, it was a confirm, but I think what he wanted more than anything was to get out of the corner. Not a hit confirmed, just a I want out. Gets paid off.
There's that V skill again. So good because that lean back at the start.
The sway into the big step forward. Very hard to track.
Yep, and canceling that tornado
Oh,
with the
but it gets
roll. But it
an
was
air
hit on the
reset,
air.
yeah.
But he still gets the punish on the other side and actually still gets a
And Fujimura
corner.
again just says, I need out. I'm willing to spend my thing right away. I just want out.
Yeah.
V-trigger doesn't matter.
And he went for the EX uppercut again. See, this is what I mean by that memory. You're all remembering the situations. So Fujimura, first time, went for the shuriken. Big Bird counter with crouching light kick. And then next time he went for the EX uppercut, Big Bird blocked it. And so that's the story that's being told
Some
in that one
Damn
moment.
good Street Fighter is what we call that. Like, it is a joy to behold to watch these guys step up. So far, Fujimura has been one step behind.
Yeah, and then the
But now
third
she's
time
even.
that situation came up, Fujimura went for the EX uppercut again. It's a story. It's always being told, and it's always morphing the entire time.
And you have to decide which parts to believe. What's truth, what's fiction.
Here we go. Corner pressure. Nice
So
block
on
and
display.
counter poke.
Wow, he weathered that storm completely with the perfect counters. Didn't bet the farm, very conservative. Smart stuff here from Big Bird.
Oh, beautiful backdash from Fujimura, and he's out of the corner.
Again, willing to trade that damage for out of the corner. This is the way he wins neutral. This is the way he steals the game. When he doesn't have the ability to back up, when he can't get value out of that sway, he's in big trouble.
Oh, there we go. That time it was Fujimura throwing the EX uppercut on the V trigger. Like I
Everybody
said,
gets hit.
Nobody blocks that. Here we go.
Oh,
he's
he
gonna
set
get
up the
crushed.
mix again.
And it's going to be bigger damage.
What? But he
there it
crossed
is.
himself up. What's happening here?
No fear. No fear from Big Bird. Just goes for it twice in a row. He's at match point again.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
Nice counter poke there. Fujimura still has his wits about him. Oh, but no anti-air there. Important messages.
Oh.
Shows you where their mind is at. Oh, but now in the corner, but the back throw.
Yeah, it was a back throw. It was more of a
Defensive.
defensive
Yeah.
throw, yeah. There we go. Okay,
But
now
here
you're
it
into the
is.
corner. Big
Everything
Bird
he wants.
on the verge, blocks it. Oh my God,
Free
Fujimura.
reversal into EX.
They're both just swinging for
Oh.
the fences. Gets him with the cross up. Here we go. Fujimura has the corner position right now.
Knows he has to turn up the heat.
What a block,
and the
cross.
cross counter. This could be big.
The
Goes
mix
for
up.
the reset.
Oh, he goes. Yeah.
Jumps
of
out.
there.
Oh, nice counter. Fujimura got what he wanted here.
Oh, got the hit, but no confirm.
Again, showing the pressure.
Watch
Gets
out.
the bait, but also no confirm.
Oh, there
Finally
it is.
picks
It's
it up.
gonna be the last round. Final game.
Who is
Final
out?
round.
Oh,
2-2 loser semis. Who's gonna be guaranteed top 3? Who is going home in 4th place? And they are just
both
going
swinging.
nuts.
in that last round, you could see the pressure Fujimura was under. He was dropping things, and now still, both just want to be in control.
Oh, forward throw now. Corner position. He went for the mix-up.
Wow, but no punish.
And there's
Light
a punish right
punish,
there.
but there's the EX. Again, knowing he was at the frame disadvantage. Has to make it happen here. Tournament life riding
Read
on
it
it.
again, read it
Smart
again.
throw counter.
Gets the sweep into V-trigger. Here we go.
This is it. Big
The
Bird's
mix-up.
moment.
He put himself into the corner though. He was going for a crazy mix-up.
Tons of confidence. Not able to punish the V reversal.
No more V-trigger. Both of them out of V-trigger.
Honest game from this point out. And this is the neutral that Fujimura has done so well at, but now cornered.
Big Bird with a slight light lead. He wins
Pulls
that
it down.
air-to-air.
He wants out.
Jazz him out the air.
Oh, he took
Makes
the
it
bait.
out. There it
He
is.
took the bait. Big Bird.
He is going to top 3. He has eliminated Fujimura from the tournament.
Lord Bison is amused. Wow. Earned it every step of the way. Sometimes, again, you get gimmicky characters or maybe some new shift in the meta that not everybody's ready for. That's not what we're seeing. Rashid is the #1 most prepared for, most familiar character to anybody on the pro scene today. They know this character. He is making smart choices. He's playing around his opponent's choices. He's adapting back to his core strengths. It's just, he's playing the complete package of Street Fighter right now. And we're seeing the results of that. That's all I can say. He's doing it all.
Yeah,
he sets the tune, he gets stepped over, comes back over the top.
Well, honestly, though, I also still have to give a little bit of shout-outs to Fujimura as well. Year after year, making EVO top 8 over and over and over again. Still hasn't been. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Always going out before he can take the championship.
I see the pride of workmanship in his game that shines through in every part.
Right.
We talked about his complete use of all the tools of the character and continued development of his understandings of different nuanced situations where he has prepared plays. How many times do we see him bet on the EX spinning mixer and have counterplay to that around his kunai mix-ups? An incredible player. Incredible player.
Absolutely. Yeah. But again, this is not going to be his year. And so now we're down to Big Bird, Bonchan, and Infexious. And Big Bird and Infexious, look, the EU Cats have claimed Big Bird, and so here in Losers Finals, they're going to have a pseudo EU versus EU match here. But
I'll take it.
It is going to be Infexious versus Big Bird. These guys have played each other a lot in Europe.
Strangely, yeah, they've had probably more experience with each other than almost anybody else in this top 8.
So here we go. Who is going to be able to challenge Bonchan in grand finals? Is it going to be Big Bird from UAE or Infexious from UK?
Both united. Great fist bump there to each other. Both acknowledging the incredible run. They both know they're in the same position. They're players from places doing a thing that nobody expected them to come this far. And now they're facing head-to-head to see who will earn the right to face off against the king himself. Bonchan, the #1 favorite.
Oh, man. Who is it going to be? Who's the one who's going to make it?
Rashid against Zeku. Again, we know Big Bird is familiar with this character, but it's a complicated matchup, frankly. Yeah. I mean, Rashid, I think, is traditionally considered the favorite by a healthy margin, but Zeku is able to play from ranges again and is able to establish this early. I think it'll be a good look. Who had an opportunity.
And again, 3 different countries represented in the top 3. It's amazing.
It's a beautiful thing.
Amazing. Oh, the meaty got him.
And this is, again, where I think he could shine because the defense of Zeku, not so great on the wake-up.
Is that enough? Not enough.
Boy,
but you know what? It's so close. Oh,
like, I'll
boy. Okay, he spends meter. And he's using V-Trigger 2?
V-Trigger 2. All right, let me tell you a little bit about this, James. This is one of the most poorly regarded V-Triggers in the entire game. I think, in particular, he's been saving this up against a Rashid. It does allow you, on activation, on immediate button input, the fastest reaction you can make, to punish things like Rashid's stand fear switch, where he's throwing it out. You can button activate and get solid damage as a punish off that. Otherwise, I think it's inexplicable.
Right.
It's just bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
but it has some uses against that. Exactly.
Yeah, he just basically gets access to a one-time uppercut use. It does more damage than it used to, but still you don't see it that often. That's all I'm going to say.
Never get a job on the used V-Trigger salesman lot, James. You don't have the line capacity for it.
Yeah, pick up this V-Trigger too. It does more damage than it did before.
Big Bird showing a lot of pressure here, but here comes Infexious.
There it is, yep.
Good completion on the side switch. Takes the medium pressure into throw. Looks for the counter hit on Fierce. Willing to surrender the corner.
Confirm on one hit. Here we go, the V-Trigger mix-up, and that tornado is looming.
Oh, he found the counter hit, but didn't land it completely. Gets back to the ground early. Weird scramble situation. Finds the throw for game 1.
Big Bird has been making all the comebacks that he's need to make needed to make.
And not to take anything away from this at all, but also Big Bird's coming in hot. He's
Yes.
coming straight
Yes.
off of a hot match against a very strong player, now up against Infexious, who's been cooling his heels for a few games.
Well, let's see if Infexious can warm up just a little bit here.
He's got to rise to the challenge. Again, that stand short from Old Zaku. 4 active frames allows you to really control space there. Not consistently confirmed when around. Ooh. Wow, great dash in. Running in there.
Stuck in the corner, trying to fight his way out right now.
And
But
I
this is
just love that these guys are content to play this footsie
Yeah.
game. They're loving it. They want to see who's the champ here.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's that looming tornado again. He keeps trying to poke up with the
gets the
cross up,
mix.
but he missed
Drops
the juggle. Yeah.
Throws, but a back throw back into open screen. And I will say Infexious has not valued the corner highly. When he has achieved it, he tends to let the opponent out. Oh, is that the punish? There it is.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's nice
There's
stuff.
one of the reasons why he's using it.
And the throw, he's threatening. Oh no, wakes up with fierce. He called out the shimmy.
And he gets a second one.
What a great throw.
What?
How did he see that?
Why was, could you even know to even try?
right,
Like,
let's put
how
our-
do you have that?
Let's
Okay,
stuff
yeah.
our brains back into our heads. Just forget about it. Move on. Be in
Here
the
we go in
moment.
the next match.
Can't afford to stay that mind blown. It's
Oh, the run up and gets the counter hit.
just jumps out, but this is the air reset, and
Oh,
wow,
he's
straight
gonna
into super.
spend the meter early.
He knows he has a lot of time to build it back up.
Wow, and that's going to be a lot of damage because that was only one hit into it. So that's the decision right there. He figures he can build it back up. He's got a V trigger to use
I
as
think
well.
it's a great decision, but you see Infexious under pressure showing the jump out option there.
Oh, he just tried to get away from that. He couldn't
And he
quite do
minimized
it.
the juggle though. Very little damage and not much of a setup. Still
Wow.
even game.
He still has that V trigger ready to go to be
Oh,
able to.
calls out the throw.
Oh, he's going to activate. He's going to try to do as much damage. Not much.
And
Too
the
many
side.
lights.
Oh, the pressure trades.
Oh, the
The
anti.
meta, the side switch.
Oh.
Master stealing one away.
Again, Big Bird stealing round after round after round. This man is
Shout
Mr.
out.
Clutch right now. Today, he is definitely the most clutch of everybody so far.
That's what it takes to survive in this environment. You don't know if you got it till you get here, and he is learning something about himself today. Great control. He's been happy to play the footsies game.
Ooh.
He'll cash it out. It's all right. He's got the corner pressure, but there's the answer from Infexious.
And then the buttons from Big Bird, again. just
Right back
not-
into the corner.
Not scared of the meaty pressure at all. Oh,
Oh, and he puts
Okay.
it, but he's out.
yeah.
But again, going back to that jump option to escape the
Oh,
pressure.
he's going to be
and
able to
getting
get the
hurt.
combo off of this. That's going to be enough to kill. Even if it wasn't, it would have stunned. And so
Oh.
Big Bird going up 2-0
And
over
for-
Infexious.
And it's weird because when I'm thinking back about this match in my heart, I feel like Infexious has maybe played a little better than Big
Yeah,
Bird.
he's been playing so well.
But when it comes down to that final run, right before the game end, it's been Big Bird coming up every time. 2-0. Nasser's Big Bird.
Ooh, cross counter on the sweep.
Pressure, using the dash in. Again, just wants the corner position.
Yeah, and he's got it now.
Set up some throw
It's
option.
time for the... Wow, what a perfect
Nice.
combo. Has the reach.
Throw escapes. Doesn't have to spend any meters, battle his way back out, but is already full trigger. Looking for an opportunity, missed it. Looked like he got caught looking, and now is on the verge of getting first round down.
Yeah, it's a grand
Match
final.
point.
Oh,
Oh,
here we go.
that's
Here
not
we
a good
go.
look. Not a good look.
Not a good confirm. Not sure what he was going for right there, but here it is. Big Bird is at match point to get into grand finals to go up against Bonchan.
Infexious. Again, not playing poorly exactly, but just not able to put it all together. Keep that energy going. Just not quite sure what to do under the assault from Big Bird. His pressure game, his defense has not been there.
Now here he is, the position that Infexious has been so familiar with, the corner, but he gets the side switch, which is super important. Beautiful with punish.
The
Close to
knockdown
stun.
baits it out. Oh,
he
no
misses
punish.
the jump attack. That jump medium kick has
Yes.
got a kind of wonky hitbox, and it's
Got to
coming
get it out early, yeah.
and it's gonna bite Infexious.
And
Big
the
Bird,
setup.
can he get another comeback? Can he
Will he
steal
steal it
another
away?
one?
Wow, the damage with the EX spike. Oh, he got him.
He
Got
did
him.
it
That's
again.
it. That's it.
He
Big Bird.
did it again.
Grand finals.
Making another comeback. Guess who is in grand finals? It is Big Bird. It is going to be a
Literally nobody saw this coming. Nobody. Other than maybe his organization.
I'll tell you one person who saw it coming is Red Bull. Because we've got a Red Bull versus Red Bull match here in grand finals. It is going to be Big Bird versus Bonchan.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
Wow. Well, let's take a look at this last match and just watch Big Bird's comebacks after comebacks here on the Cup Noodle replay. You can see right here, he's down in life. He's down in life, but that tornado pressure right over there, and then he just gets the back throw. Now, that sets it up because later on, he actually goes for a shimmy as well. There's another stolen round.
Yep, that was the end of that one.
And then here we go. This is the last one right here.
Just gives him the bait.
Pressure, and there it is. Get some touching buttons.
How many of those can you resist?
Yeah,
How many of those can you resist? And that's the thing for me is like, when you're under that pressure that consistently, you know you don't have great reversal options. Like, what you want in your heart sometimes more even than to win is just to resolve the situation. Like you feel like you can't lose by just sitting there and playing passively. Like you got to swing, and even though you kind of know it's a bad idea, like you're like, you just got to, you want it over. You want the pressure over one way or another, win or lose.
And
and you can play around that, and we saw him do that.
And on the offensive side, you're just giving them enough rope to hang themselves, basically.
That's right. You're just saying, hey, here's a bad idea. Would you like another bad idea? Yeah.
But, I mean, again, everybody at home watching this on the stream, you know, round of applause to Infexious. Amazing run here. Third place for one of his first, you know, big major tournaments that he was able to travel to thanks to Psy Games. And we are going to see so much more of him in this upcoming year. For sure, he's going to have a bunch of points for the Capcom Pro Tour. So
amazing player, doing it with a character that I think needed that kind of representation. Shout-outs to his organization and shout-outs to, I just think, an incredible performance. And for him, it hasn't been, you know, we've seen people like Punk have sort of this meteoric rise from sort of nowhere to huge. Obviously, with his signing, he's a known player on the scene. His trajectory has been consistently up. It's not rocketing into first yet, but it's been a consistent climb. And he is going to be so strong over the long haul because he's getting it done with a very hard work character. Shout-outs to his run and everyone who was a part of it. But here we are.
Grand finals. This is the last. This is for all the marbles right here. It is Bonchan versus Big Bird.
We've come from 2,000 players. We've seen a top 8 full of incredible stories that have led to this point. But now, the young buck from a place that I think nobody has really believed in, not on this level, not in this way, up against Bonchan, one of the heir apparents of the great Japanese Street Fighter tradition.
And also, just for those at home who are a little unfamiliar with the way double elimination works, everybody has to be sent to losers before they can be eliminated. Bonchan is still in winner's bracket, which means the only way for Big Bird to win is to win 2 sets of 3 out of 5.
He's going to have to do it. We call that the hard way.
Yes, exactly. But that's your reward for making it here on the winner's side. Bonchan only needs 1 set of 3 out of 5. Big Bird, 2 sets.
Evolution 2019 Grand Finals. Here it is.
Okay, good start here for Big Bird.
Healthy neutral game. Gets right into the corner, but Karen jumps out. No punish. Bonchan hits a button. Time holds it, but is almost back in the corner again. The terrible power of Rashid.
Oh, man. He has just been running into so many of those stand heavy punches. Here we go. Big Bird going to try to take this first round. Yes. With a perfect.
Clean. What a statement.
Wow.
What a statement from the underdog here, battling out of the loser's bracket.
It's crazy to me that we got to call Big Bird the underdog, but that's where he is. He's absolutely the underdog right now.
But here comes Bonchan.
Oh, look at the patience.
Seeing if he'd crack, but Big Bird rising to the challenge says, no, I don't crack.
That's that whole thing about giving them enough rope to hang themselves that we talked about.
It is. He did go for an unsafe pursuit there, smelling perhaps a backdash. Gets out now. Bonchan ready for it, and now with a huge life advantage, and he just takes one to the dome.
Not sure what Bonchan tried. I'm sorry, I'm not sure what Big Bird tried there on the jump.
I didn't see any X spinning mix, but anything else hopeless.
Here we go. Ran into the standing medium punch. He was buffering it. That's that whiff option select.
Keeps that corner position And you see Bonchan wants out immediately. He says, I don't even want to have to mess with this.
Oh, baits it out. Here we go. Gonna get some good damage off of this. Look at that damage. Look at all that red health.
And again, going to the jump option. Bonchan attempted it, no good. Finally.
Oh, that was that a reversal? I'm not sure, but
It was 3 desperation attempts to escape. And again, a pattern now I'm recognizing from Fujimura to Bonchan, both of them showing almost a panic state by being cornered with Rashid. And understandable. I mean, some of the most brutal corner pressure in the game, and not really just around the frame. It's you can play from a medium range with that fierce poke that doesn't allow you really effective counterattack.
Right.
He can attack very safely with huge rewards. But yeah, just the panic to get out of that corner has cost them hugely. I don't know if it's actually a bad decision. Being in the corner also pretty terrible.
one of the things that has been such a key to Big Bird's success, like
Oh.
I said, then there's the stun.
This guy is putting on a master class right now. He is playing
Another
so clean.
perfect.
So clean. He knows exactly what to expect from the opponent. Clean counters, bobbing in place, feeling himself.
Yeah, one of the things that he's been doing winning in neutral, he's recognized every time Bonchan's tried to run in, and he's had either a standing medium punch, a standing heavy punch, crouching medium kick, buffered into spinning mixer for him. You see those whiffs right there? He's buffering that into a spinning mixer every time.
And if we want to talk about him as the underdog, look at the confidence for him to play against a world-class champion like Bonchan, like this, where he's happy to just sit neutral and try and counterpoke. Huge confidence. Bonchan out of position from playing from that range, wasn't able to land the standing fierce.
All right, gets the throw, and now guess what? You are in the corner. Delayed that crouching medium punch. Again, trying to give him enough rope to hang himself.
Looking for it. Again, Big Bird not taking the bait and finding the perfect time.
With punishing that time. Oh, he was a little too far for the throw. Here we go. Opportunity for Bonchan.
He needs this. That's the end of his free opportunities.
Now you're
Puts
sandwiched.
him back into it. He does take the bait, but
But
didn't have
then
it.
a bad hit confirmed from Bonchan.
Looking for the counter hit. There.
Yeah, and ends up getting that Tenko blocked, and when that Tenko's blocked,
Very
you can
negative,
get punished. Yeah. You know, that's what makes players like, Punk and Bonchan so good, is they're able to confirm the crouching medium kick by itself. That is one of the highest
Extremely
level
difficult.
tactics.
Yeah,
Yes. One of the highest level tactics, and Bonchan with the mistake right there, going into the Tenko on block.
There are risks from attempting to fly with gods like that at that high level of execution with the raw medium confirms. Bonchan paying the price that round.
Oh, okay.
Got bailed out there with the hit. But he is really going in.
Nice. Here we go. Bonchan doesn't want to get this reset so quickly. Wants to get some more information.
But he's back in the corner, and I love the setup there. Sacrificing a few hits for a little bit extra plus frame. Oh, he called out. Great stuff from Bonchan there. I haven't seen him sort of get over his terror of the corner, but he knows if he can stay on offense, he's in good shape, so he needs to be a little bit more aggressive, and that's what he's able to do. Can't let Big Bird play from this comfortable range outside of his low forward range.
All right, nice confirm again by Big Bird. He's the one been doing the single hit confirms into corner carry. And so guess what? Bonchan is in corner again.
Super clean challenge, but backdash avoids the throw. Good side switch. Doesn't take the bait, though.
Okay, gets the free jump in. And that's always great. Whenever you get the jump in like that, you have frame advantage, but Bonchan fighting right back.
What
Not
a
quite
set of
enough to
adaptation.
stun. There
But
it
there it
is.
is, and that's here's the champion. This is the mark of the champion.
Yes,
Again,
yes.
that ability to see where you're at, step forward, have the execution to do it. You know how hard it is to have one coherent game plan with a Street Fighter character? Very hard. You and I both know this, how hard it is to play any character well in any style, much less to be able to switch between serious game plans like that. Again, one of the marks of the champion. Bonchan getting back on the board without letting Nasser Big Bird run away with it.
Yeah, if it's up to Bonchan right now, he's going to want to just take these next 2 games and end it right here, right now.
That would be a good plan.
Big Bird, of course, trying to get one more win to reset it.
Yes. Oh, wow. Look at these sweeps as the counter. He's counterplaying that fierce with the one button he can do it with.
Yeah, and again, it's because Bonchan, every time he's dashed in, he has been getting caught. And so he's throwing out more buttons to get Big Bird scared, and that's how
mashing
Bonchan dashed
jabs.
in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time, yeah.
All setting it up.
Oh, what a
Wow.
backdash!
Wow.
Oh,
Perfect
boy.
spacing.
Here we go. Has Bonchan picked it all up? Has he gotten the momentum, the reads, the adaptation that he needs?
And can Big Bird keep it together after not having his way for a while?
Well, there you go. Big
Still
Bird
looking
starting
good.
off great with 2 whip punishes.
Oh, that's got to feel good. No crush, but still a solid punish into the dizzy.
Is he gonna? No, he's not going to spend the critical card. He's not going to need to.
Doesn't even have to spend the bar, and another near perfect. Incredible. This is set point. Nasser's Big Bird can reset the bracket and take us to a final set with one more round.
Or Bonchan can put himself at tournament game.
That's correct.
Okay,
Looking
back
good,
throw.
but back throw.
Again, there's that single hit
And
confirmed.
the dizzy.
A stun. Bonchan is doing it. He's making the comeback here. He was down 0-2.
Oh, he takes the bait. Does he have it?
Yes, it's enough.
A counter perfect.
And
Bonchan
now,
drinks it in.
Bonchan at tournament game. Can he take EVO? Can he make up for his loss to Luffy years and years ago and finally take an Evolution title for himself?
We've seen Taquito in the spotlight. We've seen Daigo in the spotlight. Is this Bonchan's day? Here he is in Grand Finals. One game away from doing it. Big Bird fighting for his life, but has been the dominant player so far in the set.
And Bonchan is just running through him. He's going to get the stun. Is he going to put himself at tournament point?
The
He just
reset.
needs one more hit.
There it is. A perfect.
Another perfect.
Bonchan, tournament point. You can feel the energy in the crowd. The cheers are surging. This is his moment.
Big Bird needs to win 2 rounds to stay alive and reset the bracket, and
Good
that would
start.
be such a relief for him. Here he is. He's on his road right now.
But again, Bonchan finds the jump away, and that's what he's needed. In the corner, it's been death. When he finds his way out, Bonchan has been able to get it done. Oh, goes low. Big damage.
Here we go.
Look at that, 50%.
A
The
throw close
And
to
this
stun.
is the match.
No stun, no stun.
Jumps away.
All right.
There's the
What a
opportunity,
jump back.
counterplay.
He went for a
He's
throw
still
to
in
turn
there.
himself
That's a
invincible.
block, not punished. Not punished, the tension is incredible. Missing a roundhouse punish.
Oh, he just got
catches him.
clipped.
It's even. He
Up
finds the
throw.
throw, not enough.
Oh, what
Good
a tech.
tech. He ticks for the match. No one wants to fight. He countered, no
He didn't
confirm.
it.
No
He didn't
confirm, no
it.
confirm on the
The
jab.
throw from Big Bird. He's
Oh.
still in it. He's still alive. Big Bird will not say die. Here we go.
this
This
is-
set, it's either for the reset or for the tournament.
One round away again. The tension. The missed sweep punishes. Difficult range. The jabs. Both playing the game, but both looking a little tentative here.
Oh, yeah.
But he doesn't want to let him out of the corner. That's the critical story here. He gets out.
Here we go. Big Bird with this pressure. Delayed V reversal. Smart. Oh, got one hit, but nothing out of that. Here we
Oh,
go.
he makes it out.
1 meter spent. Building that V trigger bar again.
Oh.
Gets another hit. Here we go.
That's the stun.
Okay, he's going to
Not
be able
enough.
to do a lot of damage. He's not going to be able to kill. He goes for the
Goes for
reset.
the reset,
The
finds
other
it.
side.
Will
The
be
other
enough.
side. It's
Not
back
enough. He's
Oh
fighting
my
for his
God.
life. He lands the critical hard.
He's still in this. It's not going to kill.
He's got one more chance. This is his moment.
One mix-up.
UAE.
What?
Oh, and a counter.
From Bonchan. He jumps back. He read it and he takes it. Bonchan
In this
is
moment.
now your grand champion for Evolution 2019. Bonchan has done it.
This is his moment, man. This is one for all the salt of the earth, the working man, people who've had a hard time breaking through. This is his day.
3 in a row for Bonchan. He won CEO, he won BS Fighting, and now Evolution. He is on the record books. He is an Evolution champion for the rest of his life.
He has taken his well-earned victory lap. Love and life, you rarely see this much emotion from him. He's a very composed guy, keeps it close to the vest, the deep respectful bow, he's feeling it from the crowd. Wow, this guy has put in the work in every sense of the word, studied so hard, found the greatest masters, and now representing an incredible tradition.
Here he is, bringing the EVO Championship back to Japan. Bonchan has done it. Man, what a match right there. Came down just to the wire. beautiful read from Big Bird on the shimmy. Caught him with a crouching medium kick tornado into the critical art. It just wasn't enough.
It put him back on the board and set up
Right.
the opportunity that he needed. And Bonchan ascended, read it the whole way.
Had
The
the jump
anti-cross
back.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had
And
the jump
it
back.
wasn't just a button. It was the cross up button. That's how you gotta let him know. Gotta let him know.
And now Bonchan is, like I said, he's etched himself onto that
The
board.
giant stone tablet. There should be a giant stone tablet.
Yeah,
How much can those cost?
I agree with that. I
All
think
right,
we
we're
should
gonna
have
get a big stone tablet. We're keeping it at your house.
Oh man, but again, wow, amazing matches here. Wonderful matches here. Keep it together, son.
I'm good. James, I know you're with me on this. It's been incredible privilege for me, and just
Oh yeah,
the
you're
gratitude I have in
absolutely-
my
yeah.
heart to see what this community has become.
Yeah, and again, just the amazing effort from all these players, and we're not done yet. We've got a lot of great action coming up. I know, we're kind of used to closing this out, but it's not going to happen this time. But that's because we've got some good ass Tekken coming up next.
That's right. It's
You
been
know-
a year of change for fighting games, but more than anything, fighting games are healthy. People are playing a lot of fighting games. They're having a great time. This has been another life-changing event for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So guys, don't go anywhere, but thank you for tuning in for Street Fighter V. More Evolution 2019 action coming for you guys. And actually, we're going to take it to the stage for the award ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for an amazing top 8 Street Fighter V. In 7th place, Yangmian. Also in 7th place, Kichipa-mu. In 5th place, Machabo. Also tied for 5th, Idom. In 4th, Fujimura. Third place, Infexious. In 2nd place, make some noise for Big Bird. And in 1st place, he finally did it, the new Street Fighter World Champion, Bonchan! One more round of applause. Street Fighter V, top 8.